Hello, viewer. I'm back. Fortunately, my computer was stuck and I was interrupted to continue recording my video. So I start from where I am. Anyways, I will try to put this video due to these technical problems so that I will split into part 1 and part 2, and I will release these videos before this election day before the end of the election day. So because this video is very important and can create some differences if people are reaching on this, because we are doing things telepathically, because we try to influence people through the universe connections, through universe law of telepathic connection, so that this election would be matter due to this video too. So we can communicate with those voters in the law of vibrations and attractions. That's if we put our energy towards some important aspects of idea of election, so that this election will be affected, hopefully, if we are following the frequency and vibration of the universe. That is in Trump elections, the Hogan, the Elon Musk, and those who are, they are talking about we are on high vibrations, high energy vibration. They are vibrating because they know that they are businessmen, how the business to come, how they are making at this level, because they use their mind setup, their knowledge, the vibrations in the mind. That is how America could be great. So that when we are doing this with a very small amount of subscriber or no, it doesn't matter that. But our idea, energy is released through the cosmos energy, and that will affect what is going on in America. That is what we call here the abortion escaped girl prophecy of US elections with AIDS, because abortion, we don't accept abortion. Abortion means killing the God's plan, killing the new technology, killing the new books. A lot of things in which in our world was not written, was not developed. The technologies that we are accessing now are because of people born, and they are God given their knowledge and wisdom, talent, so that talent, when they are found themselves, and they will discover it, and they will bend and they will serve this globe. So don't kill anybody who is being fertilized by, and once the sperms and eggshell are mixed together, the two polars, the negative and the positive, that is the male and the female, are together to create some difference. That is why we respect the marriage of men to men. That's what when Melania Trump, she was speaking in at the Madison Square, very lovely and very truth, her sound, her tone, the way she speak, and it was inspiring. And it's facts inside, not more than that. When Donald Trump come and kiss her and stand over there, that is the true meaning of marriage. You know that? That's what we need, Americans. That is what God loves. That's why God creates male and female in animal, in human being, in everything. So these two things have to be continue natural way. We shouldn't allow people to marry men to men, woman to woman. This is not marriage. This is against the law, against the natural law. That is why we are now releasing the energy of an abortion is killing the future creators, the future philosophers, the future engineers, the future medical doctors, whatever. So, especially in America, it's a prosperous country. We should allow people to born in America, not to migrate only. Of course, migration is one part, that America is a land of opportunity, so that all people in the world come and live together. Kamala Harris and Barack Obama, they said these American people, the American people are not divided. There is no places that a strong link between states and between Americans people than ever anywhere because of the diversity, because of the economy. Now we need only the leader who can unify these people, who can distribute income among all the nations without races, without anything, creates income opportunity, support their investment. This is what we need in America. America are not divided. America cannot be divided because it is diversity is a source of unity. When you are more diversified, your unity will be strengthened. If you are homogeneous, then there will be some sort of divisions and separation come. So America doesn't show these things. It is the place where America can represent our globe in the universe, where all nations are living together in the same place. If our earth is represented by a specific place or a continent, America is the one ideal to represent our world nations. All are living together across any corner of the world, all type of people, all type of race, all type of color of people that God created are found in America. That is the unity of America. That is the beauty of America. That is the diversity of America. America is not divided. Will never be divided too, because it is diversified. That's it. So let me continue my other perspectives with regarding to Trump. How could Trump would win these elections? I have some criterias, and I will do that. Let's listen. We have already listened that how Melania. Let me show her a little bit, then we'll move. We already seen.
And with that, it is my honor to introduce the First Lady, Melania Trump.
Yes, we're proud with American election, we're proud with American democracy, we're proud that our voice are heard in America. That is why we love America. That is what America means. People are more than the leaders. People are more than the party. Yes, the voice of each individual is heard, have value. That is why each president are looking, asking, begging the voice of each individual to vote for him. That is the respect of to the community, to the people at large.
Good evening, New York City. Hello, Madison Square Garden. Our hometown, where architectural symbols of strength, courage, and unity create a canvas for the world's undisputed capital of industry. Where titans of finance, fashion, and entertainment convene among an iconic range of superior design, structures, and artistic accomplishments. And American ingenuity blossoms among determined citizens who race across city streets and between offices, striving for success. It is you who are the heartbeat of this great metropolis. It is you who are the pulse of this America. Yet, New York City is unforgiving. In fact, our lives are complicated even during the best of times. And sadly today, a declining quality of life coupled with economic instability makes it difficult for business to thrive. Love you too. Crime is on the rise.
Yes, we need American president to talk about Ethiopia.
Creating an environment
to
where
stop
families
genocide
with young
in Ethiopia.
children choose to relocate. And this story repeats itself from coast to coast across our nation. This is America. For generations, this town has produced America's most fearless leaders, whose mark changed the course of the world.
Produce fearless leaders
New
without
York
abortion.
City and America needs their magic back.
Yeah. We need a magic back.
A country of tomorrow that will shape our future and reset expectations for the generations.
The strength of US dollar.
A wonderful
Work for
America
that.
where the seeds of security, prosperity, and health are sown once again for benefit of our families.
Yes.
Let us charge together with a shared vision that builds on American greatness. Let's seize this moment and create a country for tomorrow, the future that we deserve. And now, please welcome our next Commander-in-Chief, my husband, President Donald J. Trump.
Yes. That's nice. This is a marriage. This is a life marriage. This is a true marriage. The true marriage. Yes. That's what our world is. That's what America wants, a type of living. This is all states are told with this music. That's nice.
Just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today. But the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me.
Each state, Texas, Virginia, yes, Carolina, North Carolina. Every swing state will give the vote to Donald Trump, because he is in line with the God principles, with the God commandments.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills
Minnesota,
across
Tennessee,
the plains of Texas, from sea to shining
Texas,
seas, from
The text says, elect Donald Trump, so we live according to the God principles and commandments, so that God bless America. If we, God, He said that if you love me, obey to my principles and commands.
Where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt.
That's it. That's very interesting. So this is the real marriage. This is the real Americans want the generation to come from real marriage, man to man, female to female. This is integrity that Donald Trump has. So we need to have different sex marriage have to be in America, the only thing to be. Otherwise, tomorrow there will never be men, there will never be such kind of marriage. There is no new babies to born in America, only to fabricate in a company by producing sperm and egg cells so they can sell even that things as material. That will be immoral. So in the near future, there will be a possibility, not AI, the real human being is produced in a factory, in a company. So we have to stop that. To stop that, today, no marriage with man, no marriage with female to men. This is what Donald Trump, if we say God plus America, we have to abide with living with the rules and the principles of God, wherever we are. If in our ethics, we have to live according to the universal law. If we are scientists, we have to respect the nature law, because we cannot escape out of this natural and universal law. If we are religious, whether we could be Christian, whether we could be Muslim or wherever, Buddhist, we have some things that we believe about the creator God, the manufacturer of our body, who is the God. So Donald Trump oppose abortion. I oppose abortion. I have already shows you that the beautiful baby escaped from abortion. This baby was escaped from abortion by decision of me not to abort this baby. So we allowed this baby to come to this world. Now she is in America. She is very smart and A-grade student. We don't know that what God puts in our mind and in our destinations. So that is why we are against to abortion. So this is abortion escaped girl prophecy of a US election. The one who is accept the God's principles will win this election. That is the prophecy I have to promote. And you can see her. Let her the babies, the beautiful babies that God create them in his image. They have to come to this world and they have to play the role and the goal, the vision that the God puts in there. So everybody has his own purpose when we come to this world. So we have to look out that gift, that talent, that purpose, so that anyone can make a difference while he's living in this world. So let's go to the another speech of Donald Trump. So then we will discuss on each end part. You have very amazing things we have in the And
Look,
this
we're going through a lot of
and follow
problems in our country. If you take a look at the anger, the problems that we have, and a lot of it is that it's less based on religion now than it was 25 years ago and 50 years ago. And I mean, we were people would say a Christian and really religious, even other faiths country. And that seems to be heading in the wrong direction. And I think as that goes down, I think that our country goes down. I really do. I think this is a country that needs religion. It's like the glue that holds it together. And we don't have that. That's why you are the most important people. And I'm not sure you even realize it. And they're trying to hurt you. They're trying to stymie you. This new administration, this new radical left group of people, and it's not so new. It's been around for a while, and they are people that are not nice people. If you happen to be Catholic, we don't have too many Catholics here, maybe, but boy, they are persecuting Catholics. I actually said, how could a Catholic possibly vote for Kamala? How could that? I mean, the level of anger and the level of vitriol, when you see what's going on with the FBI and the Catholic Church, I say, what is happening? And the expression is that you're next, because everybody's next with this group. And they have a very bad agenda, and we have to stop it, and we have to win this election. I think winning this election, I think it's going to be the most important election in the history of our country.
Yes, this is what he said about religions and the Catholic and everything who are governed by the God's law and the principles cannot elect those who are violating the God's the natural law or principles, especially killing, abortion, and the fertilizations and transgender activities are all against those who are believe in God, whether it could be Catholic, whether it could be Muslim, whether it could be Protestant, anything who believe in God, they have to respect the 10 commandments of law. Here I have, and I'll show you later of this. So that is what Donald Trump saying. So this baby, I have already shown you, that's an Ethiopian beautiful baby in which she is kept from abortion and able to come this world by decision of her father and her mother together not to abort. Even she was consecutively born upon the two of her brothers. So the third baby she is. So it was somewhat stress to the family, but we allow her to come this world. Now she is in America, a smart baby, a beautiful baby. Now, look at it. She was in Ethiopia, born, and take this picture while she was in Ethiopia. Beautiful and Ethiopian cultural dresses and everything. So that is it. So please don't make abortion. You miss such kind of beautiful, talented, important generations to come to this world that can change this world, that can lead this country to the best of best. Otherwise, if we are damaging people, family, man-to-man marriage, female-to-female marriage will not American continue. Otherwise, the God will destroy American like Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed in history, in Tariq, in Bible, because of the adulterations and man-to-man and female-to-female intimacy and relationships. So this have to be stopped. That is what Donald Trump is promoting. So we have to take care of our dollar. We have to strengthen the strength of the dollar. That is what the next leader have to do. To fix inflation means to print too much money is not to printing a trillion or dollar, but it is to make a strengthen. This dollar have to be international currency used by different, especially with Africa. America have to special relationships with African leaders, and African American leaders summit have to be strengthened, and Africa have to be united and be a greater alliance to America, which will be run the bipolar power. in which the two power will live in coexistence. Okay, let's go to the another speech of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, and we will see in comparison. I have that. I think this one. I think let's see what Kamala Harris says about.
Let us reach for that future. Let us fight for this beautiful country we love. And in 7 days, we have the power. Each of you has the power to turn the page and start writing the next chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told. I thank you all. God bless you. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
You see, Kamala says at the end of her speech, God bless United States of America. How God can bless America when you are interfere, violate the God's principles, the God's commandments. Among the 10 commandments, don't kill. Abortion is killing. So as a government, we cannot decide proclamations or anything that killing or abortion is right. So maybe people can do by their own decisions in one way or another, but as a government to put that things is absolutely wrong. It is against to the God. Once if you say it's God bless America, you are trust God, you believe in God, so that what says God? If you love me, so obey to my principles and commandments. This is abortion is killing the adult man, like it is considered in the God's name, in the God's vision, in the God's judgment. It is considering like you are killing an adult man, an adult woman, an adult girl, an adult boy. It is considered like that in the God's name. At the end of the day, each aborted baby will be stand as an adult person, will be judged, and he will be free. He doesn't see this world and he didn't do nothing, but the one who killed that baby will be judged. That's why we are against to abortions. So God will give them what to feed, what to eat. Even God eats animals, birds, all animals in the forests. Even he is more than taker of human beings. When I decided my third baby, the one I show you here, this is a escaped baby, this baby, I believe on them, I believe on God. God will give us anything to eat, to feed these people, to the girl. Every kids, when they are born, I get additional income, additional career development. I was a socio-economic expert in government. Then I will, for the first child, I gave a career development. And the second boy, when he's coming, I pass to non-governmental organizations, a high-paid food security expert. When the third baby, when we are trying to abort her, but we decide not to abort her, when she coming, I become a manager of non-governmental organization at a higher level, and paid more than 20,000 Ethiopian currency, while the Ethiopian Prime Minister Meles Zenawi said his salary was 6 times. I was obtain threefold of the Prime Minister's salary when the babies are coming. I told you the fourth baby who is called Natsanet, his name when we translate freedom, I called him freedom. I came to America where is freedom. I was an opposition leader in the country. I don't have freedom. My kids have no freedom to learn, to eat. They are forbidden by the APRDF and now the Abiy Ahmed governments, who are killing such kind of babies by the drone. That's why I'm making this video. American presidents have to focus and say, do some things on Ethiopian and East African issues That's why we migrate to America, and these babies have a chance to live in America in a freedom. So God decided what to eat, what to have. We don't know that when we decide these kids not to abort and we allow her to come this world, and she has an opportunity to come and to live and to educate in the best education quality of United States of America. In Ethiopia, a billionaire cannot get that opportunity to learn. That is what God do. God have a plan for everything. So that's why I'm opposing those who are listening these things at the end of this election. Give your votes to those who are respecting the law of nature, the not to abortion. That is what Donald Trump is saying. So everybody has the capacity to lead this country as far as anybody gets the platform, but need to be under the God principles and ask the God wisdom how to lead that peoples in that country. Then he will get the wisdom, the skill. We have seen some of problems while Donald Trump at the end of the last election, June 6, whatever, something happens. It requires wisdom. If we are asking the God wisdom, and we will be better leader. Still, I believe that as far as Donald Trump believes in God and asks the wisdom from the God, with the help of God, he can lead American to the best of best, because he rich. Being a billionaire means is not an easy job. That is his mind. He's a businessman. Reaching that level means he has the capacity to imagine, to visualize, so that he can bring American to his visualized states, because he was already on the track. So those billionaires, Elon Musk, all the others who campaign for him, are those people are enlightened. They use their mental and visual capacity, like what Elon Musk said. I will present you here. Follow me. They can do it like a business. They can make prosperous America. They can make American first in the world. They can make American in technology, in everything. It is a matter of mind, where your mind status, your mind setup is believing, you imagining, visualizing. That is the concept of development, the concept of having or manifesting whatever you want. It is not in the crowd speaking an empty mouth, an empty promise. That's not working. It is how much your mind you are using in this world, how you are practicing, what is your life looks like. Have you manifested on your life in business success, in your livelihood success? If you are successful on such things, you can make success to your country. You can make American greater and first. So let's see. That's why Kamala Harris, God bless, she say God bless, but she is doing in the opposite way of in which she disappointed God. And the same thing Barack Obama also say that. I will come to him too. Let's see this one. Let us see what this.
Thank you. God bless you. And God bless these United States of America.
You see that in every speech of Barack Obama, he always says, God bless America. Thank you, God bless America. If you are believe in God, you have to obey, you have to order, you have to have a confidence on the God plans and respect the commands of the God. Otherwise, it is better not to say God bless America, because that is just for the sake of having some satisfactions of audience. It looks like. Otherwise, if you believe in God, you have to be authenticated. I admire and I'm inspired by Barack Obama, the way he speak, how he organize his words, his tones, and his gestures. These three things are synchronized and harmonized, and the way he is speaking is very, very charismatic leader that who inspired me as a leader. But when I'm coming to his authenticate, you don't have the true self. I don't find him true self of him, because the one he is doing and the one who is speaking are not look like the same. I don't find integrity in him. The integrity means the one we speak and the one what we practices. He has a marriage, male and women, Michelle Obama, we call, but allow other peoples to sign a bill, man to man, woman to woman, means it is different from your belief. So we need have to integrity. Other thing is, I don't find some things lying. When Obama came to Ethiopia, when the previous Prime Minister Meles Zenawi was alive, and I was one of the opposition leader in the country, and I'm opposing the country, the ruling government. There is no democracy at all in Ethiopia, but Barack Obama was, as I witnessed, he was witness that Ethiopia did a democratic election and a democratic practice. It was absolutely zero. There is no 0.1% democratic election in Ethiopia. Never been democratic. It is calculated election. It's conspired election. So that democracy was not. That election was not democratic practice. We never had a democratic election in Ethiopia. So such kinds of fallacy I observed from Barack Obama in his all campaign programs. He's smart in speaking and convincing the people. I really inspired with him, the way he is speaking, the way he is gestured, the way his tone and his words constructions are very smart. I like if I could speak like him, but still authenticity is the most important thing, being the true self of you. I don't know, he is living in his true self and speaking in truly, that is up to him. But I feel that there is a difference between what they are speaking and what they are practice in real. So that is a paradox. If you are saying God bless you, God bless America, we have to live according to the God principles and commands. That's it. Okay, let's go to another speech of why Donald Trump's win. I think, let me see this one. Okay, we have already, we can see Michelle Obama's also, she speaks like that.
This race is close. It's too close for my liking. And I came out here to Michigan because I am someone who takes her own advice to heart. I know that if we want to help this country finally turn the page on the politics of hatred and division, we can't just sit around and complain. No, we've got to do something. If we want to usher in the next generation of American leadership, we have got to do something.
Yes, she says do something, especially she's talking about the new generation to come power. And if we are talking about the new generation, we shouldn't promote man-to-man marriage, female-to-female marriage. So that is absolutely paradox, the way how you are speaking. That is what I'm talking about, authenticate. We are not, they are not authenticate. They are not the true self. If we are the true self, we need to take care of the generation to come. The generation where to come is the family. While damaging, destroying the family source, once you are, close the stream where the water will flow, how can the water come from that ground? That is the way. So we should to be the true self of ourselves, the one we speaking, and the way we are doing have to be the same. They said these things, whom to marry. He said, Barack Obama, if I could bring that now, I don't have time, but he says nobody will determine whom to marry, something like that. We need to have limits for freedom. So this world has some limits. There is some restrictions. If our freedom is free to do everything, if this country is possible for everything, it's not possible for everything. Some things have to be restricted. Some things to be testable when it is shortened and restricted. Something is left free, it will not be satisfactory. It may not be good. For instance, two lines are meet at infinitive. So two lines meet at infinitive, that means absolute freedom is like that. The two lines cannot meet anywhere, but you tired and you exhaust to find that the intersection point. Two lines, parallel lines cannot meet, but they are meet at infinitive, means it is freedom. Unlimited freedom is like that. You will go it, but you cannot handle it. You cannot enjoy it. So always there should be limit of freedom. When we marry, our marriage system have to be limited between men and women. That will be very tasteful, and that makes difference, and that makes the generations to come. That time when we are talking about the new generations, we have value. We have value. Our speech will have value. Otherwise, our speech is just for emotional campaign that doesn't make any sense in the crowd for the sake of talking, which has no logic, which has no value. That's what I wanted to say about such kind of speech. Okay, let's see other things. What Camila said about Donald Trump.
Imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails. He who will claim unchecked and extreme power if he is reelected. He who has vowed he will be a dictator on day one. He who has said he wished he had generals like Hitler's. Calls Americans who disagree with him the enemy from within. You know what that harkens back to? Donald Trump has even called for the, quote, termination of the Constitution of the United States of America. And let us be very clear. Someone who suggests we should terminate the Constitution of the United States should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again. Never again. Never again.
Okay, here we see very emotional and looks real speech, but it is just for emotional speech to attract the voters. America is a country of law, under law. I came here, I came to America is the rule of law is in places. Whatever the president acts, whatever the president strong, whatever the president is weak, this country's institutions are already built. So there is no way in America a leader can be a dictator. There is a balance of voting system, the Senate, the Congress, anything. Even there is a possibility of impeach the president in this country. This is an empty, emotional speech that to get the votes of others, the votes of the crowd. And it is diminishing the American institution for me, because America is well stabilized, institutions are there. Even Donald Trump is in the way to be a criminal, to be judged in his way of whatever he is doing last time. So this is the one that America deserves. No one could be a dictator in America. No one could be a dictator. He have to live according to his role and responsibilities. All institutions, the CIA, the defense, the foreign minister, wherever, anything, the Congress and the Senate have their own power and capacity, so that there is a check and balance system. So this emotional speaking is not really, it's not from the real knowledge of what America is. America is well stabilized, well structured, well institutionalized, built country we have already. So when we are speaking, we need to be faithful. I didn't found some faithful activities from Democrats, especially with regards to God's principle. There is no faith. There is no truth. Faith is the essence of all things. In all things what we speak, all things what we do, we need truth. We need faith. The other thing is hope. The hope in both cases, Camilla or Donald Trump, they do have hope. In both cases, all of them are having a hope to American. But one, the other, they don't agree. They don't agree that at least we are both working to bring America from what it is now to the future, making its life and its citizens bright, full. So we should have to talk about our policy, our program, policy option, than criticizing and insulting others. In this election, especially, we see in both cases they are insulting Donald Trump and Donald Trump insulting Camilla. That is not the value that the voters need. The voters need their mind. How could they change the lives of each individuals of the America? This is the 10 commandments that I'm showing you. So we have to abide whenever we say God bless America. Here we have love under these things, but you cannot see it. Hope, in the case of Obama, is very good to have the hope when he is spreading the hopeful message to his audience. And Donald Trump is to make America great. That is hope. In both cases, Democrats and Republicans are good in reflecting their inner courage to the coming generations, and for the fate of Africa, they have positive view. That is very important. But one, the other, they are blaming, which is not appropriate. Instead of blaming, just try to convince your best options to bring hope and prosperity to America, what you have, instead of insulting bad words. And this doesn't deserve to American presidents, American democratic practices, and everything, even if it is the right to anybody to explain his own idea. Let me go back to other things, but this is a little something is covered on the touch. It says love conquers all. Camilla or Donald Trump, they have to love each other. Now the one hate the others. So this is not appropriate. We have to love each other. That is the American democracy, because one, now the communist, he is a fascist, he is Hitler, something. This is too much extreme words to express her opponents. So in America, Democrats and Republican are brothers, but in practical terms, in terms of policy, election campaign, they might be different. So that difference is important. Less difference be there for all times. That difference can make the best solution, the best options to American people, to the same to the world. Only one option cannot bring the best. But through competitions, idea differences will matter to get the best benefit out of this competition. So let me go to other things. The American leaders have to be able, and in terms of God trust, Obama says, God bless America. Camila says, that is the reverse. Even our fathers of America, founders, they put their name, we trust in God, in all pennies, in all dollars of America, so that we have to keep that value. For instance, look at this. I have collected all the American old coins. I try to see on each of them, you can find the very old coins I have ever here. So in each of them, pennies, dollars, quarters, half dollars, dimes, nickels, in all them, they said, we trust in God. So American interest in God means we all Americans, Republicans and Democrats, we have to in line with the God principles and values. We shouldn't violate the natural law and the God commandments if we believe that. So if we trust in God means we trust whatever he gave us, and we have to keep the strength of this dollar value. When we keep the strength of this dollar value, that is the way the inflations will be. The inflation will be reduced. That is the shortest cut, make American currency being international currency and make it strong and used by different countries like Africa now. Try to collect African leaders and talk to them so that let's make African unite. So this will be the way how to strengthen the US dollar to be strong currency. When if it is strong, it can purchase with $1 a lot of grocery stuffs in America, so that the people enjoy the life in America. That is a way. They don't tell us, they just say, we fix inflation, we fix inflation. How do you fix inflation? By print number of paper dollars, is that? Or how can we strengthen the value of US dollars? Here it is the God's money. It says we trust in God. From 100 to $1, you see back and forth, there is we trust in God. That is the best thing. And we have to live like that. We have to respect and value the God's principles so that God will bless America. God will bless America. Who is doing this? So elect a president who is working on this, who is abide by the God's law and principle. Until these elections, I have seen that Donald Trump is calling the God's name in his campaign in everything he says. That is the best thing. That is why I said Donald Trump will win this election through the God's invisible votes, because the vote is tight and closed. I already predict this before the vote started with the research pool. These elections become tight and maybe stalemate like chess game. I have already said this, and I have already said Joe Biden was not appropriate. He have to quit. I said this before he conducts the first debate. Most people, they say he is incapable after they watch him in the in his debate with Donald Trump. But I said before the debate that Democrats made a big mistake to nominate or to proceed Biden as a next president to go to campaign. I have predicted my own, the one my intuition tells me some other candidate was not coming to the view or was not nominated, but I have already, my intuition tells me there is one person in Democrats who can be competitive to, I have already called him if he could be a candidate, but was not, it is already too late to be a candidate. Okay. So these are the things whenever the candidates, the president or Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, they have to talk more about strengthening of American dollar, how to break the BRICS. The BRICS are the potential danger or enemy of American currency. One of the Abiy Ahmed in East Africa who is joining the BRICS. The BRICS, why they embrace Abiy Ahmed or Ethiopia, is not by her economy, is not by her population or something. There are a country who had bigger population in Africa like Nigeria. They didn't carry Nigeria. The thing is, Ethiopia is the next, the Africa in which the black Africans will come together and build African under one nations, and the black house will be built in Ethiopia, that is a black house, and the white house. That is a two polar, and the next powerful world will be Africa. If the Africans are come together like American model, the states, if they are come together, America have to help African to have a company of bipolar power. Bipolar power, it doesn't affect one another. They are coexistence. That is a universal law. Like men and female, they come together and they live together and they make a new baby, a difference. So if we wanted to make our world different, America, the White House, and the next, the one which is built in Ethiopia by all African people, that is the Black House. So the Black House and the White House were together, and they become superpower in the next future. And Africa would be the best places where people will immigrate and live together, find organic foods, and the new technology and the development will flow to that, because nothing is done in Africa. That is gap, that is the empty places that the new technology will fill up. So that America have to work with Africa leaders closely. That is why the BRICS are go to Abiy Ahmed, and Abiy Ahmed enjoyed them, whereas he is begging money from IMF, American-sponsored organization, multilateral organizations, and still he is an enemy of American interest and the de-dollarization process. That's why we are asking and making this video. The American have to focus on Abiy Ahmed, the conflict what he created, the people he killed him, his own people, kids, mothers, elders, old peoples in their house, in their farm. He's killing them by his own drone. So the American new leaders have to focus on Ethiopia and make strong decisions to change the situations in Ethiopia, and so that America and Ethiopia and Africa in general will create some sort of new relationship and partnership against the BRICS movement. The BRICS is a multilateral power. America have to create bipolar power, Africa and America. That will benefit Africa, that benefits Africa, and the inflation will be soon solved in America. That's why I wanted to recommend. I didn't heard from these two peoples about these strategic issues. If we see, I like these coins, especially among all quarters. You see, the American leaders have to be eagle. The eagle sign here, I have 4 hats. I will wear different hats so that here, you know that I have 5 hats. I already showed in my first video. So look at this. There is an eagle flying over them. So they have always American leaders. They have to compare themselves. I am acting like eagle or not? Do I act like eagle? What qualities a female eagle or a male eagle they have? At least they have 7 characteristics of eagle. The eagles are flying high than any of the birds. Is that Kamala Harris or Donald Trump will fly American above all the countries are flying in terms of technology, in terms of economy, in terms of research and development, in terms of neuroscience, whatever. In terms of military, we have to fly high than any of birds on the sky. That is the symbol. The other, we need to have vision. What's our vision? The eagle have a big vision, 2 eyes, but 1 vision. So our visions determines the destinations of America, the destinations of America. So that is 7 characteristics of eagle. Eagle eats fresh food. So do American people now we eat fresh food? Do we eat organic food? So most American people are dying by cancer because of this genetically modified food that are there in any of stores, restaurant, wherever we eat that. So most people are dying due to cancer or something. So we need to have a fresh and organic food to be harvested and to be grown in America, wherever, and create some sort of relationship with Africa where it's a organic food source are available over there. So these countries have to work together to feed their peoples as organic food instead of artificially modified food that kills all American soon. So eagles love storms. So we Americans have to take risks in any way. What happens coming now? So through that challenge, there will be an opportunity to secure so that the eagles will never afraid of having storm. So that through that storm, he can pick his predators, his fish or whatever. So we have to look opportunities when there is a shake around the world or whatever it is coming now. Okay, so there are eagles, you know, that they update his status. He take time and change his feather, everything, so that he will be new and ready to fly and to prey his predators. So that there is a purpose why American leaders put eagle as an American sign in their coins, in their flag, in their defense, in their security, in everything. So now those leaders are ignoring these bird symbols. And the people also, I think they are forgetting who are eagle, who are deserving these criteria look like, so that would be the real eagle. Do we find the real eagle between Donald Trump and Kamala? We have to see them. That is the best way to decide and to give vote according to their talent, not to insult one another. He is terrorist, she is low IQ, something. This is not important for us. It is what strategies they are bringing to the American people so that we can make decisions. So American democracy have to be up and grows like this, not like African. Even African, you cannot insult. If you insult him, you're gonna be in jail. I was challenging Meles Zenawi, so that after that he was forced me to being fired from non-governmental organizations, from NGO. They can't fire from the government office, okay, but they came to non-governmental organization in which they don't have the right to fire somebody, but they wanted the organization to fire me. So the organization COE asked me to resign by myself. I don't made any mistake in the company. I'm professional. I'm working. You see, you cannot insult. You cannot talk the countries in Africa, in Ethiopia. There is no democracy to speak. That is why last time Obama came in Ethiopia, it was democratic. I was fired by that time, forced resignation. I can show you that I was forced by myself. I resigned because the government scared the non-governmental organization like UN sponsored food security organization I used to work, European Union sponsored, donated companies I used to work in business development, project coordinators and a program manager. I was used to be work over there. So they came to those non-governmental organizations so that I have to resign the job by myself. Otherwise, they will fire the organizations from Ethiopia. That was African democracy. That was Ethiopian democracy. That was Abiy Ahmed become more harsh than the previous EPRDF regime. Now he is killing his own people. So we urge the new American president, whether Kamala or Donald Trump, be focused on Ethiopia. We are 300,000, 50,000 Ethiopians are voting here. So anyone who can say something about Ethiopian, East African people are crying, dying. The Holocaust is happening. Genocide is practicing by the government. So we need to hear something about Ethiopia. So American new president. So please work on this. Let's listen your voice and your strategy, your policy toward this Ethiopian and African to stop genocide in Amhara and to justify judgments for in Tigray, those who are committing war crime. That's why I'm making this video, especially on this election period. Okay, let's go to the other issues. Yeah, I was migrated to America. I migrated to America, you know that? Here. She was the one, you see the one I have, the baby, the daughter, she is the one escaped from abortions and she joined her brothers. And the last one is the smallest one, the mother, Carrie, is Natsanet. I was fighting for freedom. Here in America, also Democrats, they say freedom, but I like the limited freedom. Limited, not free freedom. There is no free freedom. If it is free freedom, it is not freedom. If your car tire is flat and if you wanted to tighten the knob or whatever we call it, if you tighten too much, then it will screw and it will be zero. So there will be a limit when you tighten your flattened car. Otherwise, you cannot fix that car and you will be remain out there. So freedom needs limits. So I say this baby was, when he's coming, the force, we don't, abort him. We don't talk about him because we see Sifan or Wudiye, I call it mine because I was the one to decide to come to this world, not to being aborted. So after that, the young boy, the youngest one is Natsanet is coming. I say him Natsanet because I was a struggle for freedom of Ethiopian people, Ethiopian kids, Ethiopian democratic practice. So I called him freedom. Freedom means Natsanet. Natsanet means freedom. And I said Ethiopia will be free from any of speech, democratic practice, human rights, everything will be respected in your age and in your time. Otherwise, you're gonna to go America where there is a freedom. So the second profit will happen. So Natsanet came to America. Now he is a smart and excellent, outstanding student who jump 1 year twice, two grades in 1 year, and he is the one who is awarded a medal among the students in America. I'll show you. I have shown him several times. So let's the generation. This is a family we need to produce. We need to create an ideal family that can generate new generation. I said new generation party. That's why we are striving to create a country of Ethiopia which is good for this generation. That's why I was struggle for 33 years against EPRDF, ethnic politics, ethnic federalism that makes the country in a hell now. So here is Nasanet now. He is already grown. You see that? Yes. He is in America now. He is the best student among American students in his classes. He is the one to be awarded. So let's create good environments for our kids to come from their family, not from their factory. So let's allow boys and girls to come from their mother womb as God created. God created that responsibility to mom. That's why most kids have loved their mom more than their dad, because they are in their mother womb for 9 months. So don't miss these opportunities of love, so that kids are producing in a laboratory, in a factory, taking your sperms and egg and feed the necessary things in the fabric, in the industry. So how could we produce human being in industry? Do you allow this? That is what the Democrats are, unlimited democracy they are exercising. So finally, these kids, you know that when Nasanet was born, he was really free. He was really free. You see him like this, he was free. I was reading his freedom, his independence. Now he looks like he thinking in America, he grow in freedom. So every day he's asking himself, he's asking the world, he's asking himself why he's coming here. Really, I was amazing about him. That's America. In Ethiopia, go. The kids are speaking how they are suffering, how their mom is killed, how their brother is died, and the trauma in the kid's mind there now. That's why I am shouting here. That's how I am. When America is standing against the human rights, protecting human rights in the UN proclamations, the kids' rights. I was practicing when I was working in UN-funded organization. We know that the rights of the kids to live, to learn, to eat, all these things are denied in Ethiopia. One time, Nasanet was denied to eat and to learn in Ethiopia because of I couldn't feed them. I was fired, forced resignation. I forced resignation in my organization of international company, international humanitarian works. The government have no right to come and fire me from humanitarian non-governmental organizations, but in Ethiopia, that is possible. That was possible. In Ethiopia, that was possible. So now, this baby is coming in America. He is living in a freedoms, and he thinking in a freedoms, and he is the best student among so let's make generations. When we are thinking about generations, let's make them happy. Let's say she join her brother and sister here. So now you see 2 of the kids now here in America, they are graduating, they start their work. That's what we have to do. The generations to come facilitate things in Ethiopia. Their option is now any young boys to a military to kill his brother, to kill his mother, to kill his dad, because the government doing that. He doesn't defend his integrity, the territory, but keeping his power. That is what Abiy Ahmed doing in the country. That is Ethiopian defense kill his own people. The only military force who kill his innocent people in the world is in Ethiopia. That is by Brahanu Jula, who is a puppet field marshal who doesn't deserve for anything, who doesn't do anything, but he is a field marshal given by Abiy Ahmed to protect Abiy Ahmed authority and power, and he's killing his own people. The military killing his own people. American soldiers protect the world throughout other nations too. Ethiopian military force killing his own people. You can see videos. I cannot provide that video here. It was very, very really sad to show you how the kids are killed, how people are burned in life. That's why we are shouting here, please, American president, do something to Ethiopia. That is a great partner and the next powerful alliance to Africans and American relationship. We Ethiopians are the second largest Afro-American migrant here who have the chance to vote and to make you president of United States. So let's our sound, let's our urgent issues be heard, and we need your strategic approach and decisions what you are going to do on Ethiopia in next coming your Oval Office, so that we gave you really our votes to you, those who can tell something about Ethiopia, East Africa in general. So let me come to other points. How Donald Trump might win these elections. Let me see these things, strategies that matters this election to be win a president. I have experience of campaign in Ethiopia more than 5 times. I was compete with the ruling party, and I have a lot of exposures of campaign. So here Donald Trump campaign is best than what Camila or Obama they are doing in the crowd. Let's see what Donald Trump is doing. That is the real humility behavior that he showed while he was working here in his campaign. Let's see him.
AI to help him portray the kind of stereotypical masculinity that he doesn't possess in real life. But every now and then he partakes in stage-managed events, like when he donned an apron over his suit to serve some fries to some of his supporters who were handpicked by his campaign. This was covered by the media as a campaign stop. It was a ridiculous spectacle in every respect. A billionaire businessman who was born rich and has been known to stiff his own workers and contractors, masquerading as everyman, dodging questions about minimum wage from a drive-through window. This is important context to keep in mind as Trump, a native New Yorker, fulfills his dream today of holding a rally at Madison Square Garden. And
this is an amazing campaign strategy I ever seen in Donald Trump, that is really wise enough to convince people. It is not for the sake of campaign, but just being on the lower case, people who are working, striving to survive in McDonald's, 7-Eleven, and a gas station, wherever we working, right? So if a person's come, a country leader come and work, whatever we are working there, that is sympathy. That is humility. That's what God loves. So he will consider for that moment how that fire is hurt peoples while they are working throughout 8 hours and throughout 4 years, 5 years, they don't transfer to other professional jobs. For instance, I have a master's degree in economics and I have 18 years professional experience in food security, business development, planning program, socio-economics, and in everything. A project coordinators. And I have a BSc degree from Alamaya University in Ethiopia and master's degree too in economics, agriculture economics. but I'm working basic jobs. If the presidents come and see how we are primary jobs working peoples for survival, how long we are working that time, we don't have break for sleep. I work for jobs, 16 hours a day, 24 day and night, 16 hours. Only I have 8 hours for other social problems, for any things. I sleep less than 5 hours. Less than 5 hours I sleep. So I need American presidents who can minimize my working hours to 14 hours. Then I can sleep 8 hours and I can pay better rate and better professional job, because I have master's degree, I have BSc degree, and I have experience of working professionally. So we need such professional jobs. We are working underemployment in America. Anybody coming from Ethiopia, he can be a medical doctor. He cannot get his right job to be a medical doctor in America. There is a lot of criteria. So how can we remove this some criteria in shortcuts so people can work in professional? So most migrants come to America to work such primary basic jobs. So as a president, he's coming at McDonald's and working the suffer, the income, the way how it is hard to work that thing at president level. That is sympathy. That is putting oneself in the shoes of others and know how that life to whenever he says no tax for tips, it is not enough. Even more than that, what can he do? You see, when he is in place, this is the best type of strategy of campaign I ever seen. Let's go to the other things. The others, Camila, Obama, they have a smart orator and a speaker. They collect the crowd and they shout with empty promises. After having the oval shape, you don't have nothing, because Camila or the Democrats, they are already in power. They have the steel. They have the power to change our lives for the last 4 years. What do they do? What Camila traveled, she say, I traveled around the world. What was her influence? What was her achievement while she was moving across the world? Instead, she said, every world leaders who communicate with me is laughing at Donald Trump. What type of leader you have? That's not the thing. Even she exposed her president. Sometimes we have to cover our bad image for the sake of respections of the American people. Just looking the Oval Office so that you can diminish some, because even Donald Trump was better in economic and job creation opportunity than the Democrats. Whatever, he was emotional, and so that I will have some tips to Donald. She said Donald Trump will get to the office with the enemy list. She said, I will bring that, but I will tell him that he will go with his office some of the enemy list, right? The enemies is not the American, but the American citizens or his friends or his Democrats. No, but there are other who wanted to kill Americans' leadership across the world. You have to figure out, like the eagle, have to see who are attacking Americans' supremacy, who are attacking American interests. You have to figure out, unless you know your enemy, you cannot protect America. So when he gets his oval shape, he have to have his own competitors. I better say that competitors instead of enemy. Competitors, those challenge Americans, those who are trying to kill American currency, to burn it down and de-dollarize. He have to figure out, he have to have that list in his hand. That is how he could fix the inflation. The inflation is not fixed by mouse. Camila cannot fix the inflation by reducing tax or something. That doesn't work. Even the people do not have work. How could they file and secure your tax reductions? The first thing is I better get a job and pay my tax. That is what Donald Trump is saying. He reduced taxes. I will come to that point. He was reduced taxes for those high rich or those who control economies, so that when the reduced tax for those high competitive or those capitalists, so that they are motivated to increase their business horizontal and vertical. Horizontal, they open different branches across the countries so that more jobs are created, so they can employ a lot of people, get jobs, and they will pay more. That's what is his plan. Whereas Camilla, she will put high taxes on those capitalists, so those capitalists are demotivated to increase their business to horizontal, and they don't put vertical growth. Instead, even they are firing what employees they have, because a big amount of taxes are laid on them. This is the difference. Who is practical? Increase jobs or decrease taxes is better. If I don't have jobs, where is her tax reductions or child credit I have? If I don't have jobs, where can I get that tax reduction? When I'm fired, right? If I am fired. So this is the situation. So when we are critically see their difference, I can show you in graph, CNN or whatever the other international media was clearly they put the difference between Kamala Harris' economic plan and then policy and Donald Trump taxation policy. So which one is better? We will see that. So let me talk about. Did I show you this thing? Yeah, let me show this one. What it is? Let's see this and then.
We begin with this Fox News alert, another heavy day of campaigning for both presidential candidates. And the current president's garbage comment is still front and center. I'm Harris Faulkner. You are in the Faulkner Focus. When someone offers you a gift, most people say take it. That's exactly what former President Donald Trump did on the campaign trail yesterday. He wasted no time in taking advantage of the current President Biden's remark about Trump supporters. Trump rolled up before one rally in a garbage truck branded with his logo and name to take reporters' questions. And networks took him. He also wore an orange garbage worker vest while delivering remarks to supporters. Trump then tore into President Biden's words several times.
I have to begin by saying 250 million Americans are not garbage. Crooked Joe Biden finally said what he and Kamala really think of our supporters. He called them garbage. No way. No way. My response to Joe and Kamala is very simple. You can't lead America if you don't love Americans.
So here's the issue, not so much for Biden because he's not running, but for his vice president who is running for the White House right now against Trump. The White House is still trying to clean this up. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre with this spin.
Just to clarify, he was not calling Trump supporters garbage. He does not view Trump supporters or anybody who supports Trump as garbage. That is not what he views. If the president has said this for
Okay, I like that what Trump did, that this is a strategy, amazing strategy. When Joe Biden says garbage, whatever, he is referring to Democrats, Republican voters to Donald Trump or wherever it is. But as a strategy, how Donald Trump took these options as a gift, then he replied the way he drive the garbage truck and he wear the same thing that those garbage collectors wearing. That is empathy, and that's a strategy. That's I like that. I like that. He says, I like that. I like that too. So this is empathy. This is the very interesting campaign strategy I ever see American leadership. This is a talent that you have to evaluate and see. So this is a way. This is a leadership. You know, that's putting oneself in the others and wearing the trash collectors so that he feeling what it is working as a garbage collectors, what important things you have to supply for them, and what income you have to provide, and additional risks because you might be seriously sick because you are collecting garbage and those things that you are exposing yourself for some things, so that these things could be sympathetically putting oneself in the other, so that those peoples will consider not only one person. There are a lot of trash collector peoples. They are happy to decide giving votes for Trump, even because he is looking like them. So he respecting their jobs. This is the way. This is a leader. This is, we have to see these things when we are looking, evaluating leaders. Leaders are servants. The real leaders are servants, like Donald Trump. What he did in the McDonald's, that is serving the others. I will put some tips when Donald Trump came to his oval shape, what he have to do. Of course, he knows that, but I want to offer my own ambition or my own suggestions that how America would be soon great. So he have to collect some lists. It's not like the one Kamala Harris says, the enemy list, but the most important sectors in the world. Look like the UN Secretary, COE officers or general officers, the UN, the IMF, the World Bank. Those are multilateral organizations that take care of our world to be safe and to be healthy and some secure in food security. Because I have used to work in UN funded organization in Ethiopia for a long time, so now I know that what is UN is working regarding to food security program, FAO, Food for Agriculture. I know that I'm one of that project manager in food security experts in Ethiopia. I was working all over Ethiopians districts, I can say. I know each and every part of Ethiopia. So Donald Trump have to go to his Oval offices with the secretary office from CIA chief officers, the defense commander, and the security high research institute directors, NASA chief commander. Those are the most important key, the CIA. These all are very important that I put the 5 hats previously, and I'll show you again now, and we'll talk each one by one. So these are the to-do lists that he have to gather and facilitate. Like a McDonald's, he have to serve these companies, these organizations, these institutions to play their own role, so that America will be soon strong and competent across the world. That is what he is supposed to do. He knows that. He knows that what to do, because he is still collecting the most influential, business-minded individuals like Elon Musk and others from the journalist Dr. Phil. Those are very influential. Hogan, you see that what type of people he gather. So such kind of people he have to have in his office when he come, different department heads and African leaders. That is his to-do list to make American great. He have to create new partnerships with Africa. New partnership with Africa. Africa is the next powerful state or country to be. I told you that with the coexistence power, the two power would be there always. The two power is important. It's not enemy, but living in coexistence. Okay, let's see other his strategies. Let us see other best strategies of Donald Trump. He impressed me really. He inspired me. Let's see this one.
Thank you. As it gets, right? So we are going to go everywhere tonight on all different kinds of topics. You may notice there's no teleprompter. Not necessary. We don't need that here. I'm just saying. So we have questions from the audience. We also have questions from a few of the lovely people behind me as well. We're going to go back and forth and take turns. So are you ready for this town hall? Let's go. The first question is someone I believe who is behind me. So you're going to have to tell me. I didn't get to meet you all. Bob. Where are you? Hi, Bob. Here we go.
Hi, Bob. Ooh,
Come on up.
I like that outfit. Oh, that's beautiful. Where did you buy that? I want to get one of them. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually.
Can you help him out with an outfit?
Absolutely, absolutely. I got just your size.
Hi, Babu.
Mr. President, I start tonight, I'll start the afternoon off. My name is Bob. I'm a retired union worker from Hazleton on a fixed income. Many Americans in my position struggle to make ends meet. Will you commit to helping protect Social Security and Medicare benefits?
A great question. The answer is yes. And you know, when you say fixed income, because of Biden and Kamala, nobody knows her as Harris. You know, I can't use the word Harris. And by the way, it's her 60th birthday, so I want to wish her a happy 60th birthday. Right? No, happy birthday. And many more, and I mean it, so, you know, I do mean it, actually. I'm just looking at this gentleman. You don't look like you're retired to me. You look like you're in the prime. You could be if you wanted to be, right? You're doing
I'm trying.
Look at the size of the arms of this guy. I don't know. He looks pretty healthy. So, people on fixed income have been decimated by the Biden and Harris regime. This has been horrible what's happened to them, because we had, I think in history, I think in the greatest in history, they say no, it's 48 years. But I think we had the greatest inflation just about in the history of our country. They don't include everything. They don't include interest rates going from 2% to 10, but you can't get the money at 10, so therefore it's much higher. But the people that are hurt the most are people on fixed income, like Bob. And we're going to do a lot of things. For one thing, no tax on, on Social Security benefits for seniors. Are you getting Social Security? You don't look. What is your age?
57.
You look a lot younger than that. Doesn't he look handsome? He's a much better looking guy than I am, and look at him. You look good, and you have a good family, great family.
You see that?
That's great. So you were hurt, though, because of the inflation. I mean, people were hurt because of the inflation.
And friendly
especially
to the people.
The people that are in fixed income. And here's what we're doing. Number one, no tax on Social Security for our seniors. That's a big deal. No tax on tips also, as you know, and no tax for all different groups we're covering, right? And no tax on overtime. So if you work overtime, that's been the big sleeper. And another good one, I think something that's going to be really good is you can fully deduct your interest payments when you buy a car. We never did that. And a Wall Street genius called me up. He said, whose idea was that? It sounds pretty simple, right? But we've never done that. So you buy a car, you're going to be able to fully deduct your interest payment. That's a big deal. So you go out and buy a car. So we're going to do that for you. Also, that's a big thing. Also, very importantly, we're just going to make the economy better. Do you plan on working a little bit in terms of part-time jobs or any of that?
Yes, sir, I still do.
But one of the biggest things we're going to do is the economy is going to get good, but we have more liquid gold. You know, this is what caused the inflation. We had the best, we were energy independent. First time, I think, ever. We're energy independent, and now we're getting oil from Venezuela. We're getting tar from Venezuela because it comes out as tar. We have to heat the hell out of it. And it's done. There's only one place in the whole world that can do it, and that's in Houston, Texas. So for the environmental people, that stuff is going up in smoke in our territory, and we have the best, cleanest, the most oil and gas of any country in the world, including Saudi Arabia, including Russia, Saudi Arabia, all of them. And we're going to be using it. But here's the thing. We will get your energy bill, everybody in the audience, including businesses, down by 50% from 1 year from when we take office. And when that happens, everything else is going to follow. You know, so Sage, it was energy that caused, Bob, it was energy that caused the problem. And it's going to be energy that leads us back into the promised land. The energy went up, and also their spending, their stupid spending. They spend money on the Green New Scam at levels that nobody's ever seen before. They just like they could have thrown it out the window. It would have been fine. So, and thank you for doing this. This is great to have you. I've seen so many great.
You see, that's how very strategic election campaign ever seen. So this is a leadership. So by the way, so how he can approach an individual with retirement, people are suffering with their bill, their retirement, their insurance, their health care, and everything. So when somebody is retiring, is suffering with a lot of things behind. So having a talk with an individual with his internal problems, income, insurance case, a lot of issues, means he is talking those million of retirement peoples that are fixing their problems. He is talking with a million of particular retired people's advantage so that their vote would be secured for him. This is the way, this is the structure, this is the way how he told them, I will do for you. This is after I have get that office immediately. This percent of income will be secured for you. This benefits you will get. Those who are in tips, no tips on this. Other things included that. The way I am looking, his way of campaign is extraordinary as American president ever seen. This is the talent that we need to see. So sometimes people are emotional, and nobody is perfect, said Dr. Phil. Yes, we can't find anybody is 100% perfect. We have all gaps, but how we can improve our gaps and maximize our skills and the best things we have. That is why I'm looking Donald Trump from his previous campaign. Now he is improving his skills. This is the way how he is approaching with the people, with the community. He stopped debating with Kamala Harris for the crowd, and I don't want to debate with you anymore. That's enough. He better to talk to with the people who can vote for him and talk to their problems and answer their questions and problems. That is really organized and very calculated and professional type of campaign I ever seen. Even not only from his beginning, the assassination trial, what happened, it could be whatever it is, what? You know that, did you see that, how he was approved by a lot of people after that assassination trial happens? It could be serious, it could be strategic, but the guy was died. I'm sorry for that, Matthew, whoever that, the one who was trying to shoot him. But, you know, if it is not died and happened that things for campaign strategy, it's the smart way of doing things, getting the, winning the elections he is thinking in a smart way. The way he is facilitating, organizing his, because another trial also happened after that too. So that also still boosts his way of increase that God saved him, because Dr. Phil talking about that. He was trial assassination 2-3 times, but still he is present in front of us because he is the chosen one. He said the way how you influence people, still, because he is a billionaire, he's not looking the oval shape for business, or like African people like Abiy Ahmed taking the whole country. Abiy Ahmed, Ethiopian Prime Minister, the Nobel Prize owner, he is took the country Ethiopia as his own private property, as his own house. It's his property. Ethiopia is now belongs to one individual property. He took the airlines, he traveled with the airlines, his soldiers out of the international aviation law. He want to damage the railways that in billions amount is constructed, that I don't like this train face and it's not beauty, so I wanted to destroy without the discussions or will of the Ethiopian people. He sell the dam to the Egypt, Egypt was questing the shape, the model, the amount of energy, the amount of water to be released, everything. There is no way that Egypt will fight to Abiy Ahmed to Ethiopia. She was ignoring that negotiation that Donald Trump was facilitating earlier. Because of that Nobel Prize was supposed to get Donald Trump. He talked right. He was right. That peace prize was supposed to give to Donald Trump. He was facilitating that thing. Even Abiy Ahmed is the one who get that Nobel Prize. He's killing his own people. After that Nobel Prize, 1.5 million people are dying for nothing, for power relationship, for securing his power between Tigray, TPLF, and his power. There's nothing, the rule of law, no. Still they are now embracing each other after they killed 1.5 million people due to the Pretoria Agreement that USA forced them to stop that war. That's what happening. That is the Nobel Prize Committee have to assess their decisions again, and they have to revoke that Nobel Prize, because that Nobel Prize decrease the value of Nobel Prize in the world. It decreased like the dollarization process. Abiy Ahmed working on two things. He disvalue the value of Nobel Prize, because people who get Nobel Prize are hard workers, or those people that are chosen who create something for this world. They're doing something best in their lives. Those people who find themselves and sacrifice their lives for environment, for science, technology, they brought something different in this world. That is the value of Nobel Prize in peace and everything. But the committee give for Abiy Ahmed for proposed action, for future action. He will bring, because of he was coming with the mob, with the crowd. Club. I was the only one opposed Abiy Ahmed when he came to power from Ethiopia, because I have intuition that he was not the right person to lead Ethiopia, because he was a mind-changed person. He was a TPLF person. He cannot bring change for Ethiopia. He was a messenger for TPLF. TPLF was playing with him whatever, like an instrument. He was an instrument before he came to power. So he has not authentic mind. He cannot stand by himself. Still, he is a messenger for the Saudi Arabia bin Zayed. Now the country is sold to Arab countries. It is because belongs to Abiy Ahmed personal property, the country. That is, America also needs to find her interest across East Africa. That is a place where the terrorists are gathering and they conspire against the world. A lot of messes to create on American or any other places. So we have to focus. The new leader have to see this Abiy Ahmed who killed his own people. I think he is a semi-artificial intelligent. After he was sick and get treatment, he was not a normal person. I can't say that he was not a normal person. He looks like semi-artificial intelligence who kills his own people with the drone. There is no place in the world a leader kill his own people with the drone. I can show you that here. Wait a second. I have one picture for that. I have one picture. Here. This is the guy I'm talking about. This is the guy I'm talking about. He have to be present in international criminal courts. If you see, these are the kids running away. There are kids died by drone. There is no war between other countries. A military force killing his own people. Only in the world, in Ethiopia, drones are attacking her own country civilian. See, there is no any political agenda group. FANO is not political organization. FANO is a fighters, a patriot struggle for survival, just to survive, to live in life. They don't have any political agenda. They don't have any country to create, a small country to dismantle. No, they are only let's plow and harvest our products. They are not allowed to live in their livelihood situations, even within their poor situations. This guy came and killing them. So we need the next American president have to consider what is your decision about Abiy Ahmed, what is your policy, Abiy Ahmed. This guy have to be, he's already charged with international criminal court. I am the first one to write his letter before, while he is coming to the power, when everybody was clamping, including American, and but I was later for him that please make a holistic, inclusive dialogue and national reconciliation, so that let's construct institutions, independent institutions that will run the country's democratic process, the justice process, and the military forces who can serve and who keep the constitution safe. Now there is no constitution in Ethiopia. There is no rule of law in Ethiopia. Anybody can kidnap any person. You can get the reports from American embassy. How many people are every day in Addis Ababa? They were kidnapped, their bank robbed. So there is no law in Ethiopia, because this looks like an artificial, a semi-artificial man. He don't have humility. He don't have empathy for the people. He is killing them. Okay, you can see that. That's why I am making this video. We need decision from the new American president with regard to Abiy Ahmed. He cheating the Nobel Prize committee too. There is no Nobel Prize winner who did like Abiy Ahmed. Nobody. Nobody. So this is the thing I have to deliver. And let me see other things about Donald Trump best campaign. Yeah, let me see this. Did I see these things? What this? Yeah, let's see first this.
Something, Trump maniacs. I don't see no stinking Nazis in here. I don't see no stinking domestic terrorists in here. The only thing I see in here are a bunch of hard-working men and women that are real Americans, brother. You know what I hear my president and our president, Donald Trump, speak? He sounds for real, brother. He sounds like he has a heart of gold that's all for the USA. But when I hear Kamala speak, it sounds like a script from Hollywood with a really, really bad actress.
Yes, you see, that's how Donald Trump choose the people who can enforce, who can vibrate. You know, he says vibrations. I'm working on vibration on Ethiopian politics so that Abiy Ahmed soon collapse and Ethiopia renaissance will come very soon, and Ethiopia will be one of the polar end of the dualism that can work with America and Africa together, united States of Africa, which is the capital city being in Ethiopia, because Ethiopia was not colonized by the whites, so that like the picture I have shown you last time. Let me show you that. Let me show you. I have this. Let me, because my sound may be not listen, but let me show you this picture. That is the whites and the black house working all together. That the black house will be built in Ethiopia. Africa will be united as one state, and they have their own flag. They have their own region boundary, like this 54 American state. Africa will be the biggest country in the world, who has Atlantic Ocean, who has Indian Ocean, who has the Mediterranean Ocean, who has the Red Sea, and all this. So Africa will be the next powerful country. Those countries will united, and they will have one greater leader in Africa that will unite them. So that will be the polar of the next world polar, according to the cosmos energy, the duality. Everything is dual. You know that the power of polarity principles, opposite forces, but they are not hurt each other. The African power opposite to the White House, they are helpful in their coexistences. That is, America have to work against the BRICS interventions. That's why this new American president have to focus on to achieve inflations to American currency be strong. That's enough to, you don't need to other type of economic tools, and monetary and physical policies are there to use decrease inflation. More than that, the shortcut is make American currency. It is international currency. Those economic tools to reduce inflation is for those countries where their currency is local, and if they are printing that local currency, it will aggravate the inflation. Whereas the currency is international currency like American, the most important thing is focusing on how that currency be more strong, and creating multilateral organization. The UN strengthens the UN, strengthens the IMF, strengthens the World Bank, and other multilateral organization have to be supported and organized, and they have to feed African development, African infrastructures, African investments. So American investors have to go to Africa so that they can invest in an organic product. So those organic products export to America. So America will eat like an eagle fresh food. We need organic fresh food with cheaper price. Now organic food in America is very expensive. Those low income people that are buying the genetic modified food, and they die soon by the cancer. So this is the situations that American leader focuses on issues of health issues, but with one throw a stone, you hit 3 birds. That is, when you are strengthening American currency across the world, that is, inflation will be reduced, the American capacity to lead the world will increase, and the food, organic food that will be exported from Africa to America will be cheaper, and people get healthy food, and the days rate or the life expectancy will be increased, and cancer will be reduced. This is the strategies what American leaders, when they are talking about inflation, I reduce inflation, decent livelihood, I will bring this, and we don't need this empty mouth promise, but real strategies that can be achieved on the ground. That is what we are advising. Donald Trump already have a mind, a brilliant mind, that making him a businessman, and he will be a brilliant leader. How could make American great? That is facilitating being a servant leader, like he did in McDonald's, like he did the garbage truck drivers. This is the way I evaluate the best leader come to America, whether Donald Trump win or not, but the one who come to power in this country have to consider this leadership role. Leadership is not striving to occupy the space of the oval shape. If he occupy that oval shape, it is have to be a servant leader who facilitate, who create other branches of the main branches of the American root organization to be powerful, and they can play their role and responsibilities independently. So this polarity means, I told you, Africa, Ethiopia will be the other polar if America work deeply by removing this garbage, Abiy Ahmed, AI, mixed personality who has no humility. He's killing his own people. Let's see him on the International Criminal Court. Then we will find them amazing things on his mind. What is get in his, the Arab countries put in his head, something amazing to the world. Amazing to the world. The AI technologies now skyrocketing now, so people are, those technology are, I think it is practiced on Ethiopian leader, because he killing people, he killing kids with a drone, means he have no humility. He looks like kids playing in robots in a computer. They are killing everything, right? That is why he is playing the country's drone on his own people. So he have to be, his mind have to be checked and examined. Then the world will be surprised. The world will be surprised. I have talked to Ethiopians several times. Ignore Abiy Ahmed. Let's rise up revolutions. So take over the government and take your own decision. Otherwise, he will kill you one by one until the end of each individual, especially the Amara people. Not a struggle. It is a revolution that you have to make. I have already told you several times, but don't listen, so that now Abiy Ahmed is killing you, all the peoples, by the drone. So that polarity means where is a dark, there is a light, like this. My sound may not be clear, but see this picture, then I will back my sound and we will see it together. Yes, this relationship, this relationship.
Something, Trump maniacs. I don't see no stinking Nazis in here. I don't see no stinking domestic terrorists in here. The only thing I see in here are a bunch of hard-working men.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so those things, the Chinese chai, or what we call it, you see that the black and the white, they are in harmony, and they can create difference, and they work in coexistence, not competitive. the BRICS are competitive to damage America, so that America will have to work on that list that the Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, if you go to the Oval Shop, you have to do those things. You have to have those lists. What are your to-do lists? I have already mentioned the to-do lists of Donald Trump to have among those 5 or 6 more important executive COEs of American, the commander-in-chief, the CIA, the NASA executive, the foreign minister, because have to work hard to African diplomacy. Instead of America working 54 embassies in Africa, it is better to stick on one embassy in Ethiopia. You see that how it will be powerful, how many budgets America allocate to her embassies in Africa, 54 countries. So that is advantage. That economy will come to American people for social security, health support, fuel, for fuel support, and anything, you know, activities can be spent. So how can America reduce our embassy and everything costs in Africa, so that make African come together and become big one country? That will be two powers. Two power, they are coexistent like day and night. Day and night. No problem. No problem. Make that country. Discussions only matters. I show you the picture. The Chinese people believe on that. Okay. Let me go to. So I have already mentioned that the duality of the next president have to do power relationships to make inflations in American great. Whenever America looking for important component, genuine component, coexistent power, duality of power instead of multilateral power. Now the world are going to a multilateral power created between BRICS and others. So America have to work on this part. America have to work like this. The Black House and the White House will be the two superpower that run this globe. Finally, run this globe. Okay, let me see. The Elon Musk campaign, also very important thing that I found. That also.
I have the honor to introduce the co-founder with me of the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, Madison Square Garden. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the greatest capitalist in the history of the United States of America, Elon Musk. All right.
As you can see, I'm not just MAGA. I'm dog.
Diversity
MAGA.
with Africa, with Ethiopia, and equal distributions of income in America. That will work for the next president. Focus on this. The inflation. Unity, diversity, no division in America.
This is your stage. But we set up Doge.
Yes.
How much do you think we can rip out of this wasted $6.5 trillion Harris-Biden budget?
Well, I think we can do at least $2 trillion.
Yeah!
Yes.
$2 trillion.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're being taxed. You're being taxed all government spending is taxation. So whether it's direct taxation or all government spending, it's either becomes inflation or it's direct taxation. Your money is being wasted, and the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that. We're going to get the government off your back and out of your pocketbook. And America's just not just going to be great. America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing.
The future is going to be amazing. That is because these people are very open-minded. They are brilliant in making business.
You guys are awesome. Honestly, this is like... Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of positive energy that America is all about.
This is the positive energy he said. You see that? The vibrations that helps Trump to win this election.
Yeah.
That's what I say, the invisible hand, the invisible vote, or the God vote. That. Yes, this high vibration. USA.
Yes.
USA. Yes.
Now, I have something I want to ask you to do, though. Because obviously we're somewhat preaching to the converted in this stadium, but there's a lot of people out there who need to vote for President Trump. Okay, so this is a real battle. This is a real election battle. So you need to get friends and family to vote. Make sure they vote early. This is important. We're going to be putting up a scorecard. Okay. An early vote scorecard, state by state, county by county. What is the scorecard? Vote early, vote now.
That is the way, the best strategy, influential persons, those capital can make something difference in American economy. You know, that is how instead of collecting musicians,
you know what can't happen.
Instead of collecting musicians or celebrities, businessmen and advocates with these peoples are more influential because these peoples can make business, can create jobs, can influence the world, can influence American business throughout the world because they are the most world economy capital is deposited by these individuals. So this can create a miracle in America. He says that America will be in the future amazing. Yeah, he says they can because they are brilliant in making the business. Their mind is open how to make a business. Once you are starting using your own mind, that is extra thing. You have extra capacity to do things. You are extra person, extra capacitated person than ordinary people. We cannot consider Trump as just ordinary people. He is not ordinary people because he's become a billionaire means is not simply grab the money from or robbed for the money from the bank. No, it is not. His mind was elevated. His mind is opened. He used the power of mind so that having this mental setup, you can make your country bigger. You can make your country, your mind can create your physical reality. That is what we think in terms of cosmos energy, in terms of metaphysics, in terms of whatever the universe law. Your mind is that create your physical environment and physical reality. So I like people who have very mindful, those who are, I recruit Ethiopians, those Haile Gebrselassie, Derartu Tulu, and some well-known peoples who get the Nobel or world records or world sport gold. These are the people, they use their mind power. So they can use that mind power to change other things in other situations, other poverties, development. Once you start using your mental power, you can create your own reality. That is the most things that most people lack in this world. There are few people who are chosen one so that they are doing and exercise this power to manifest and to realize what they vision, what their visions, and what they want to destine their find their destinations. For the country, it's also can. Barack Obama, when he's coming, we can change. That is why he inspired most of Americans, the whites and the blacks, so that ultimately he win the Bush or whatever his competitor by the time. Even Hillary Clinton. Now she's talking about Donald Trump. If America supposed to be led by a woman, Hillary Clinton was the most that we missed a leader in American history. She was Iron Lady. She was diplomatic. She was achieved successful results in international diplomatic. I was follow her while I was in my country. Really, I was follow each step one by one. Her achievement I remember till now. That was the woman lady that America missed as a president. I see her now. She was trying to back up Hillary Clinton as a Democrat. It is a Democrat. Hillary says Republican vote for Democrat, and we vote to Republican. The Democrat affiliated people also can vote for a Democrat too, to Republican too, because of these natural laws. That is what America is. We love America. In Ethiopia, all prosperity member party, whether Abiy Ahmed burned the country, killed the country, if the elections come, they will elect him again. They don't have a right to change their idea. Here, Republican can choose the Democrats based on the fact that the candidate presents their party or their affiliate party presents options. Or Democrats can elect the Republican candidates based on his argument. There are blue states, there are red states, totally elect Democrat, elect whatever Republican. And there are swing states. This is the mystery of America. This plays a balance. You see the Senate, finally the Senate will be balanced, and in the balanced Parliament, in the balanced Congress. So the best thing would be decided to the benefits of American people. In Ethiopia Parliament, Abiy Ahmed Parliament, they will endorse if Abiy Ahmed burned the whole country. If Abiy Ahmed announced genocide on Amhara people, the Ethiopian Parliament will decide after Abiy Ahmed decisions. Then that's not a parliament. That's not a parliament. That's not the parliament of type we need. The parliament members are in prison in Ethiopia. Parliament member, because of they are speaking about Abiy Ahmed, you have to resign because he couldn't lead the country properly. Because of this word they speak in the parliament, they are in prison now. So where is American leaders? Where is the human rights fighters, defenders? Where Ethiopia are in a mess, Ethiopia become a hell for Ethiopians, especially for Amharans and Tigrayans. So we need help from the new American president, especially if Trump, hopefully Trump will win this election. My intuition tells me, and that's why the abortion escaped girl prophecy in US election, I said this title. Yes, we'll come to that. Let's go to other person. How Trump used very strategic campaign program than Kamala Harris or what Biden, Kamala Harris, Obama. They are collecting crowds and they are shouting. But Donald Trump used very influential peoples in business, in journalism, so that he used that system. So here we can see Dr. Phil.
Listen, I love you guys for caring enough about the United States of America to come out here tonight. Thank you so much for caring enough to come out here tonight. I have to tell you, I love this country. I do. I love this country. I stand up when our flag goes by. I put my hand over my heart when they play our national anthem. And I'm so proud to see so many people take time out of their day to come out here and stand up for this country. And
yes. I'm proud. I'm proud like Dr. Feeling. I'm proud too when I'm flying this American because I got the right to speak, the right to express my idea that God gave me. I am authenticated to speak whatever I'm feeling in my mind, in my heart. That is the ideal country I got here.
him, shot him, and sued him. And where is he? He is still standing.
You see that? This is the strategy.
He just
this is the
keeps
strategy.
on coming because he loves this country too. I can be honest and say, I can be honest because we have free speech in America. I can be honest and say I don't like or agree everything that Donald J. Trump does or says. I mean, come on. Nobody agrees with everything or likes everything somebody else says or does, right?
This is the rationality.
No human is perfect.
Nobody is perfect.
We don't strive for perfection, we strive for excellence. But you don't have to love everything about someone in order to love them. And the last thing he needs is some celebrity endorsement.
Yes, this is the way how Donald Trump win these elections. It's the way he approach, the way he uses strategies of elections is amazing and amazing. So let's see other things so that we're gonna check other this campaign. Yes. So Dr. Phil explained that how Donald Trump was saved from different attacks so that God helped him to be saved. So he gonna save America too. That's what he is saying about, you know, that this was what Dr. Phil was talking about this. A lot of trial, assassination trial was made after that trial, but I told you that Donald Trump get more attentions, more focused, more supporters, and more belief on him are created. Even everything happens is for good. Every challenge is for good, whether it is true or whether it is tactic, whatever it is. My intuition tells me different anyway. But I appreciate the way Donald Trump came to these elections and to win. That is the best strategy ever done. So this is the way that Donald Trump will come back to the White House again, and he, not only his strategy, his ideas also more important than the Democrats. More important than Democrats will destroy American, the Sodom and the Gomorrah, the lesbian, the gay, all these things that God do not like to happen these things. If it is increasing in number, you never know that how much they are now increasing. So you cannot distinguish between male and female people in America now. Very, very, very dangerous situation. So we are. So God will never like this. So if these things are continuous, America gonna be destroyed by the God. By the God will destroy America if these things, this adultery, this man-to-man marriage, woman-to-man marriage, if we are violating the natural, the God laws of even animal do not do these things, you know, so we are better than thinking animal. So we have to abide ourselves in line with the God principles or in the natural principles. If you are not religious, still we are living in the principles of nature, and principles of universe are forced us to live accordingly. If we are violating that, we're gonna die and we're gonna lose. Okay, let's see some other strategy of Donald Trump. Let me see this one. Did I see this? I have already seen this, I think. Let me show you. Yeah, let me show you this one. Okay, what it is. Let me see this one. Oh, I have already.
Listen, I love you guys for caring enough
Let me
about
see
the
this one.
United States of America to come out here.
Let's see this one.
But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero and they tried to kill the next president of the United States? Enough was enough, and I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother.
Energy, vibration, what I'm saying that. This is the energy. This is the vibration what I am promoting to Ethiopia to throw away Abiy Ahmed and free Ethiopia from killing Abiy Ahmed. So use the energy power. I repeat this one again. Okay, let me repeat one more. Let me repeat.
Thank you so
Let me
much
repeat.
for caring.
I like it. I like this one. I like the Hogan energy and vibration, the way he is expressing that Donald Trump
But
will
what
be
happened
president
last
of this
week
country. I don't care
when
if
they
he
took
miss,
a
if he lose,
shot
but the
at
way
my
he used
hero
it is excellent, amazing.
and they tried to kill the next president of the United States? Enough was enough, and I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let
I
Trumpomania
like it. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Oh my God. I like that. That's very fantastic campaign ever see. That's I like that. This is the way. This is the way how Donald Trump is campaign. Really, he shows really talented. He shows really possible. He shows his capacity. He shows his talents. He got now experience at how to lead. He was a businessman. Now he became a politician within the last 8 years or 4 years. Within the last 4 years, now Donald Trump became smart. He became smart politicians. Now you will see that him, how could he create a difference in the world? Even in the world, he can make a difference. The way he arranged this campaign, the way he used it is extremely ordinary. That's beyond your thinking that he was ready to influence peoples in the way he are. Because my intuition tells me that. I am seeing him behind what he was doing, what he is doing really. I'm seeing him. My intuitions look at Donald Trump, what he is prepared for. And he can do miracles in the world next time if he get the chance to win this overship. Definitely. You never find him, Donald Trump, as previous first behavior. But now he will gonna be a servant. He will gonna be a facilitator for the Euroscience, for the NASA, for the American CIA. The most important intelligence service in the world, in the planet, will be the American intelligence service. Will be. That is what Donald Trump will do with them. He lets them what they want to do. The commander-in-chief of American military force has independence, and he will bring the most important and intelligent decisions and options to Donald Trump, so that Donald Trump easily decided. Only need to sign. He's not a fighter. He's not a soldier. He cannot decide. He cannot dictate on them. What Kamala Harris is saying is something's wrong. So a leader have to be facilitators, so that he have to create the American commander-in-chief to be the best commander in this planet. The foreign department play a most important diplomatic relationship with Africa, especially with Africa. It's the next powerful country, powerful state will be Africa. Africa. It's at the turn for Africa. Everything has seasons. Now there's developing country with the last 100 years was the seasons for those white countries, Europeans, Americans, the Westerns, what we call it in general, was the time for their civilizations. Now the time is for Africa. Africa will be raised. Africa will be grown. African economy be the most important world country in the world will be Africa. Africa, but have to be united. They have to be together. They take the sample, the model of Americans federalisms. No ethnic, a lot of cultures in Africa, they can be, facilitated, grown, respected. And all cultures, all behaviors, all values of African country will be built in Ethiopia that will shows their belongingness. And their currency will be look like American, like the coins, everything shows the different type of the states. I have already shown you that. I have collect all states quarters. I have in my house more than 150 quarters changes. Each quarters shows that each state's value. At least in each state, you find 2 quarters that have value, special things that to represent their belonging, that the currency is belonging to theirs. So in Africa, when we come, the Egypt's pyramid, Ethiopian Asum obelisks, the Gondar castle. In Africa, when I was in Malawi, there are a lot of things in Malawi too. In South Africa, in the Mandela, you can put on your next currency, because Mandela is the most ideal leader of mine. I inspired with him, like Mandela, who is not looking for position, who do not want to stay even for the second term. That is the real leader. Leaders are not strive for positions or office or to be in power. It is to influence and to show directions, so that other leaders to be up and grown. Like Jesus made 12 his followers, he make 12 leaders of the country instead of being a leader. That's what Donald Trump have to play role in his Oval Office when the next term he win. My intuition tells me he will win that because of his strategies. So Alan Lichtman will fail this his prediction this year. Hopefully, my intuition will be right, and Donald Trump will win. And I will come to that Alan Lichtman prediction too if I have. Let me find that. What Alan Lichtman said about Kamala Harris will win this election. I think he said. Let me find that. No, this is Kamala. This also Kamala. Okay, let me see. Oh, let me see what this. Let's see, and we'll change if it.
In that we have reached the final fortnight, and by that I mean 2 weeks exactly to the day.
Great language.
Left. Fortnight means 2 weeks. What, medieval?
Sure, why not? I'm a medieval guy.
It's a good time to check in on where the race is. CNN senior data reporter Harry Eden is ready to get medieval with us.
You're going to get knighted.
Yes. How close is this race?
Okay, so when we talk about a historically close race, oftentimes we talk about the national polling, but I wanted to try and dig into the state numbers to get an understanding of how close this race is. Holy cow, from a historical perspective. So what I did for all of the years going back since 1972 was I took a look at the final polls, and then I basically calculated out what the electoral map would look like and how high up would the leading candidate's electoral vote total get. And what we essentially see is right now the leader's electoral vote total is 276 electoral votes based upon the polls. If you go back since 72 and try and find the closest years, if you go back to 2000, which of course was a historically close election, at the end of the campaign, the poll leader's electoral vote total was just 281 electoral votes. That's where Gore was in the final polls of that campaign. You go back to 2004, George W. Bush was at 296 electoral votes. So based upon the polls at this point, we are heading into the election with the closest polls in the Electoral College that we have ever seen, at least over the last 50 years. It's stuff like this that gets me up in the morning. It gets me truly excited as a political sort of scientist.
This is a really interesting way to look at it. I never would have thought of this, but basically what the polls are showing right now, the polls.
Correct.
The closest race in terms of the electoral vote that we've ever seen.
Exactly
That's
right.
fascinating. All right, how about in the key states?
Yeah, how about in the key states? You know, it's not just when you tally up the electoral votes. Harris likely must carry 3 of these 4 states to win, and these are the states most likely to determine the Electoral College. Look at this. North Carolina, less than a point lead for Trump. Wisconsin, less than a point lead for Harris. Michigan, the exact same thing. Pennsylvania, the exact same thing. Basically, the 4 states that are most likely to determine this outcome are all within a point. And when we span this out to the Electoral College, what do we get? We get exactly this. Harris with that 276 electoral votes because she carries these Great Lake battleground states, right? But let's just say we flip Pennsylvania and the polls don't match the result exactly right. What happens? We flip Pennsylvania to red, and then we get Trump to 281 electoral votes, which is not really much of a long shot, given that at this particular point, the race in Pennsylvania is within a single point.
All right, you just showed those 4 states all within 1 point. David Plouffe, who's working for the Harris campaign, says all 7 swing states are within 1 point. But have we ever seen so many crucial states so close?
No, I went back since 1972. Have the final Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin polls ever been so tight? No. No, they have not. We have never had a year where any one of these states was within 1 point. And this year, John, all 3 of them are within 1 point. It's a historically close campaign, whether you look at the national polls or at the state polls, like we just did. And I think we just got knighted.
So you're saying it's close?
I'm saying it is close.
Harriet, thank you.
Thank you, John.
With just 14 days until Election Day in America, let's bring in CNN political director
It was. Okay.
But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero and they tried to kill the next president of the United States? Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania.
This was very interesting. That's why I'm repeating. This is high energy and vibration. Really, this is a very high vibrational and energy. This is the 10 commandments that I have usually referring with. So that's why I prefer Donald Trump to win these elections, because he has a several time he speak about religions. He spoke about religions, so he gonna win that, and he raised the name of God. That is not easy. So God invisible hand, the God invisible vote will help him to win this country, because he is looking. God will help. God will keep our vote box, ballot box, and then everything he said about that things. But in America, I don't think there is no stealing sound, stealing votes or something, because it is computerized and everything. Still, in some states, I see something wrong is going to burn the ballot box with fire or something. That is crazy. But there is no way to be the vote would be to cheat in Americans election. It was electronic, but still the CIA and other electronical things will be into considerations to take care, because in last time we remember that the Russian or whatever they broke the cyber attack to the election software, so that they manipulate and they put something wrong with USA authority or USA election processes was defected last time. So that's why I say one of the best CIA or intelligent setup to be built to the best of its capacity. It would be the most smartest intelligence service in the world. It should be. So it should not be by simply attack, cyber attack, or whatever other country can manipulate the election system through a computerized interference. So this is why I'm telling that. So Donald Trump will have better options with respect to the God principle. Okay, let me see. I lost some of my slides. Okay. Okay, we have already seen these things. Okay. So that will be 3 or 4 days now onward is left. So those voters who are not vote for election, so you have to think these things to save America. So America should not be destroyed by our sin, those who are allowing man-to-man marriage, female-to-female marriage, and this is abnormal, and it is out of the natural law. It's not a freedom. Freedom have to be limited. And when it is limited for some certain limit, that will be tasty and valuable. Otherwise, freedom without a limit, you cannot access and you cannot enjoy it. That is why the Democrats miss this opportunity. So the 5 hats I have already mentioned in my previous slides. What was it? It was interrupted. Now I couldn't access because my computer deleted that slides when I'm reopen my computer. But I have already shown you there are 6 hats that the next America have to wear, American leaders have to wear or exercise. The first hat was the black hat with US dollar, which is represented American next president have to work on US dollar strengthens the currency to be strong, and world currency it should be continue like that. So if it's working on the currency of the strengthening the US dollar, then inflations would be down, and American people will enjoy life by purchasing with a single dollar. A lot of grocery stuff would be purchased, but now $100 of USA we cannot purchase a bag of grocery items. So the next president have to work not to print the USA dollar, but how can with regard of printing still that will possible because it is international currency, so that it can pump most of US based organization to play their role in helping most of the African countries in infrastructures, development, democratic, decentralization, and federalism, and make more works to unite African as one of the next bipolar power to American to exist. You know, I have already shown that picture too. So that will reduce the inflations, and the American dollar be highly wanted by African countries, so that it works over there. So it will be demanded highly and gets strong. So try to attack and destabilize the BRICS strategy. One is destabilize Abiy Ahmed from Ethiopia, because they are approaching Ethiopia for their goal. That is their ambition. So American, as an eagle, have to look at that. That's why I'm wearing this white cape. This white is America have to play a peace in the world peacekeeper, the world environment against pollutions, world food and healthy. This white cape with eagle represents the American interference across the global multilateral organizations, so that support them with the US dollar, support their intervention, support their logistics, and in everything. So American can support that, so that that organizations become vibrant, so that help this continent and this world be care for the best planet in our universe, that human can enjoy them. So let's make our planet as a heaven, so that when the two polarities are working together, the black house and the White House, the black house which is built in Ethiopia and the White House which is present in here America, they will work in the universe with the principles of duality. So this world, the earth will be changed into heaven. It will be changed. Well, you don't find it. Where is heaven right now? Because there is no time and space and dimensions to heaven. Nobody will know that where the heaven is supposed to be in the earth. It says in the Bible. Some Jehovah Witness, they said that the heaven is in the earth. So there is a degree of 33 degree that we call it, where the heaven is. Even the Ethiopian river, that the Nile rivers will finally end in the heaven. It flows to the heaven like milk. It says in Ethiopian forbidden Bibles, we have 88 Bibles of Ethiopian Orthodox. You can find that the river Nile is not only enters into Mediterranean, but it will flows to the heaven. That heaven is on the earth. So that heaven in the earth will appear when the Black House and the White House, they are working polarizations and working to the world best. So like day and night, they are changing, but they are powerful, but they are working harmoniously. They are not killing one the other. One is helping for the existence of the other. The dark will help us to recharge ourselves, and the day will help us to work and activate things. The same thing is in power relationship in the universe. The next American leader have to work on working with Africa to build the Black House. That power with the White House power will lead this earth representing with the universe, so that America is the best place that represents the God creature, the human being. All nations are found here in America. That's why. So this is the thinking. This is the intuition. This is the predictions of the aborted, escaped girl prophecy. This is the next situations of the next dynamisms of the next world is going to be here, because the world is gonna be end now. When the world is gonna be end, the heaven will be created. The heaven will be visualized. It will be coming. This is the word of God here I'm showing you. That's the intuition that I have in that the God tells me that when the world will end, then the new world, the heaven will come and substitute, so that the two power working, then that will be. So those who are making adulteration, those who are making sin will be destroyed, and there will be, life will be in it. But still life will be continue as a new way of emergence, so that the rest of the time now, some people, some prophet that said the next 2025 will be end of the world. But I say that this is the time how the world will be changed and the judgment will come here. That day will become here. So America have to blessed, and America have to abide with the God's principles. We have to keep these 10 principles of American leaders. When they say God bless America, they have to align with these prophecies in these commandments, so that America will be safe for the coming generations. Whatever, if we have chance to see when the end of the day is very near, we don't know when it is. The God says, wait until be awakened anytime, so that I will come. A person who knows a thief come to his house will wait him to red-handed or to protect. But you don't know me, what time I am coming, so be ready for any time. So that this is the time that all Americans, believers, all religions have to keep the natural law, the natural order, the universe law, to keep and living with that process. That is why this abortion escaped girl prophecy telling you about. That's all. So America have to work. One cape, this is the red one cape I'm wearing here now, is shows I'm pay sacrifice and have to take a risk for what it believes, what strategies they have to secure American and to keep this world. So there is nothing will be free, but still we need to be brave and to take actions like the eagle shooting and fast and changing the scene and predator its enemies. So America have to fast work on those BRICS countries which want to damage the Americans, so there is no time to give them. One is Abiy Ahmed, the one who work with. So the next powerful is Africa and America relationship, so remove Abiy Ahmed immediately from Ethiopia and stop the suffering of Amhara, the suffering of Tigray peoples in Ethiopia. They are dying. So I'm advising the first priority, the first job of United States of America when you get in oval shape is removing Abiy Ahmed with Ethiopia. Ethiopian people says, okay, Ethiopian people say God bless when Abiy Ahmed is removed because he is a killer. He is the destroyer of their homes. He makes all Addis Ababan peoples homeless. He destroy development is good, but it is not the way he is doing that. He is killing people. He remove people from their house and he make homeless. Rome is not built within a night. So Addis Ababa can be grown and can be developed throughout. It will be developed by all Africans because it will be African capital city. That it is all Africans will build Addis Ababa in the future. They have their own cultural heritage. Everything would be planted in Ethiopia because that is representation. I show you this picture. I saw this picture. They don't interfere each other. See this picture? That's why Ethiopia would be the center for Africa. It was not colonized by the whites. See this picture and I will back to you. You see, this dual picture, they don't interfere. They don't cross one another, but they help each other. That is the duality of power. That is why Ethiopia was not colonized by Africa. Means that is the eye. The picture eye, you see that? That is the picture eye where African will gather together. Still, it is the capital city and African Union office is there. It's there. So that is Africa. Next, Africa is a powerful country like America. Very powerful, very popular, very economic. You know that Africa is a resourceful. The gold, the mines, the charcoals, and the histories for vacation, for the animal, for vacation, or wherever you like it. Now it will be the whole Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Mediterranean Oceans, Red Sea, all these areas, and it is a strategic place for East and West. It is between the two, the Americans, and between the Easters, that strategic places, and big continents in the world. That big country will be created soon. America have to help that. It doesn't affect Americans' supremacy. It doesn't affect. It is like day and night relationship. It would be. So America have to inject her US dollar to African infrastructure, African unity, everything diplomacy, so that inflation will be removed from Africa, from here in America, and the currency will be very strong and departed by 54 countries, Africa, when it is a working capital over there. So focus on Abiy Ahmed, who is enemy of America, who is partners for the BRICS. Don't take these things as a simple word. It is a serious word. It's a serious. You have to think the CIA, you have to think the American, you have to think all who loves America. Have to think on that. The focus is on Ethiopia. Ethiopia is written more than 38 times in the Bible. It's not an easy country. It is a country where the right hands of Jesus Christ is buried in Ethiopia. It is Ethiopia where I show you this, the 10 Commandments, the one that God gave to Moses is found in Zion. The covenant, the God covenant is found in Ethiopia. The Tigrayan, stop to make a little Tigrayan country. We are making now Africa a big country. It is the time. So that the PLF, I'm advise you, stop your old thinking and that the 33 exercise who killed 1.5 million of your own people and your leaders are lost because of your ethnic politics. We are opposition at that time. We are not killing you. We are not fighting you. You are fighting each other. I said 10, 12 years ago, the TPLF will fight in Ethiopian television. You can find in internet still. The TPLF finally, through group dynamism theory, they will finish, they will born, and they norm, they create norms, and they storm for fighting to take power, and they fight, and they throw away the dark regime, and they perform, and finally they will collapse, and they will be changed into different phases, and they fight together, and they kill their people, and their country will be in a mess. This was, I spoken this word 12 years before. Now 100% it happens in Ethiopia. There is no any conflict. The conflict between the ruling party is split it into two, and they are fighting with power relationships. They're killing the Tigray people. Now again they are embracing each other because of the Pretoria peace agreement that is the American forced to stop these two the same party members. We are not opposition, are not fighting with them. Or Gumbot 7, who is patriots in Eritrea, was not even control a single kabale in Gondar. It doesn't play any role. The one who take armed forces do not involve, do not have anything to bring changes in Ethiopia. It is the group dynamism that happens that I have predicted 12 years before. It is 100% happen. So the next prophecy of I given this prophecy in the abortion escaped girl prophecy of U.S. election. That's what I said that it will be happen this. So respect the God principle. I respect the God principles of that girl. She came to power, and you already seen her. That. Let me show you again. Those who are not looking her, I can bring her one more. This is the prophecy owner. She is the prophecy owner. The next African prophecy will happen here. This baby, the one I carry, she is the one I decided she to come to this world by stopping abortion. Instead of we abort because she was the third baby to come. We are in stress. We don't have. We live in a small 3 by 3 meters. We don't have in one room house in Ethiopia. There is a problem that God helped me to come to America now. You see, so, but I decided this baby to come, no abortion. That is why abortions become a very critical issues in American elections, but this prophecy is coming now. So don't abort anybody. To respect the God's laws and the principle. This baby was not aborted, so she came to reality. Yes, let me show you. This was the babies we have before. These were the babies we have before. So on these two of these, immediately the new baby is coming. So we can't afford to handle the third baby at that house, very small house. So, but I obey to God's law. So we decide that baby to come. So then after, let me show you. Yeah, after that, this baby was appearing. I decided with the doctor not to abort the baby here. Yeah, I decided that I'm looking that. Yes, I'm coming now. Yes. I decided not to abort the fertility while the mother was decided to abort that fertility. So, but The doctor tells me, he showed me with ultrasound, only the heart was pumping and it was normal because the mother was take some medicine to abort that baby. That was wrong. And we found that the baby was as healthy and normal. That means the fertility was normal. When I decided to proceed, the embryo to grow and the mother was willing. Thank you for hers. I will appreciate her still because she says okay, so that this baby was born. This baby was, that you see, this is the abortion escaped girl prophecy of U.S. election, that the next world coming in of the world is coming, and the new world will working, and the true power, Ethiopian power of the God, that's Jesus Christ right hand was found, the God covenant is found. Here is the whites. Americans believe and they trust in gold, in their dollar, in their pennies, in everything. So Americans have to pray and have to abide with God principles. So African and American will work together as a dual power, and the new world and the new world order will come, so that will be the end of the world, and those who are making sin will die, and those who are live in the order of God will enjoy the heaven. The heaven is on the earth that the God on the Bible said. When the two power, Africa and America, the whites and the whites and the black house working in harmony, that will be the new world. The new order will be soon come. I don't know how long it will take, but it's already started with Donald Trump. He was in line with the God principles not to abort. This beautiful baby come to this world because I decided not to abort. The doctor tells me it is okay. The heart beating was good. The medicine the mother took was not affect the fertility. So this baby is now in America. She is excellent, smart, and I don't know what God put on her mind. She is spiritually enlightened, and I don't know what will be in the future. We will see that God put on her mind. So this happy baby was come to this world. I decided this baby to come. That is why I opposed abortion. This is Ethiopian baby born in Addis Ababa. I was campaigning with her while I was a opposition leader in Ethiopia. In Ethiopian television can have this picture over there when I was an opposition, and Barack Obama came to Ethiopia and he was lying. Democratic practice was done in Ethiopia excellent. He claimed with Meles Zenawi for the sake of American and Ethiopian relationship, for the benefit of America. But he was lying. In Ethiopia, there was no 0.01 election. There is no. Even we opposition win, they don't give us the chair. They don't give us the parliament. They took from Knijit, and anybody in the country won at that particular time. They took Addis Ababa. They took the parliament members. But officially, they said come and control the chair. But in behind the scene, they were conspired the things not to get the parliament seats, and they put the leaders in jail. That was happening in Ethiopia. So this was the baby prophecy in America. So anybody who sees this picture, anybody who sees this video, just see that what you abort, what you kill are beautiful and smart. Like this baby, you are killing the one that God created. So I advise you, I promote you with this baby's opportunity. She came from America, Ethiopia to America. She is trained in the best schools of America in Howard County. Here, Howard County is the most best American county of education. She is getting smarter in America. Thanks to God that makes her come to this world. Thanks God that helped me to decide her not to being aborted and to come to this world and to see her in life. So anybody in this world, don't make abortion. You don't know your baby maybe is the world leader, maybe world professor, philosopher, or creator. You never know that who can go to the moon and create something different. He wanted the one who can talk to the God is word spiritually. You never know. So like Jesus, when Jesus came, he came through human being. You know that with Mariam, you never that when again, Jesus Christ coming, we don't know that he may be born or he came directly. We don't know. So don't abort, don't kill. Don't abort, don't kill anybody once fertilizations happens, because the God will help you to feed them. All my kids, the 4 kids, when they came to born, I have my career were increasing amazingly from 700 salary. I came to 1,000 for salary when the first child come, and when the second baby come, I go up to 5,000, 6,000 salary. When she came, I became 15,000 salary came. When the fourth child, Natsanet, came, I was up to $18,000 per month. That is in Ethiopian. It was threefold greater than the Prime Minister Meles Zenawi's salary. Meles Zenawi, by the time he officially declared that his salary was 6,000, I was obtained 18,000 working in non-governmental UN-sponsored organization, European Union or funded organizations. So every kid has his own resources. God will bring the children with their own resources. We believe Ethiopians. Every kid has his own faith, his own resources. Don't worry about their numbers. That is what my final remark rests here. So I have already shown you the 5 cape. This one is different colors, that the diversity of America. America is not divided. Obama says divided. Camila was divided. No, America was not divided, cannot be divided. They are diversified people, will never be divided. Diversity is the strength, is the means of strength. Now, if Africa is diversified nations in culture, in language, when they are diversified, when they are come together, in the strongest nations in the world will be Africa, with the resource that God gave all his resources in Africa. Because his hands, the God hands, the Jesus Christ hands, the covenants, but even the 10 commandments is also there in Africa. You see that? So that's Africa will be the biggest and the most influential country. Now 7 countries, Uganda, Kenya, Chad, Zaire, those countries are 7 countries that are merging and they create a big country, but the things will be continued. They use US dollar as their basic currency. That is the best. You know that? So America have to help these processes so that America would be, Africa would be one. So South Africa have to play his own role to create the largest African part, and the Mandela would be printed his in African currency. One African currency, that's Mandela should be present on that, his legacy. And other Ethiopian unified leaders, Haile Selassie, he's American, is every world leaders in London, their statue is now built. This man have to put in another currency of African currency. And Kwame Nkrumah of the Ghana, who said the African Union to establish those who play picture have to be there on African new currency, united currency. And the Kenneth Kaunda and Kenneth Kaunda and Daniel Arap Moi, or what's the Kenyan earlier president. The Kenyan earlier presidents who play role in Africa Union concept. All those countries, from the Arabs, from the North, those who are special contribution from the South, from the West, and those who have Nobel Prize winners in Africa. Those peoples have to be printed their pictures on Africa, so Africa will has heritage pictures, coins. Just copy the American style. The American style is the best. You know that those I have already shown you. I have already shown you this. See these pennies, these dollars. Different states are there with their different value, cultural, the one they are inspired with. So the dollar also. See this dollar. These dollars also have different states and American fathers, those who are playing a role to construct American unity, they are found on their currency. So America, let Africa do that, and America have to help that polarity. The dual polarity is helpful for America to exist, her leadership in the world. Otherwise, the reverse will come to America. So that is the prophecy of abortion-scared girl, a prophecy of U.S. election for the future, and the fate of America and the fate of the world would be apply on these things that we will see in the future what is going to be a near future. So whether Kamala come to office or Donald Trump come to this office, they have to follow these principles and come with the do list. Means the do list, the intelligence office, the defender office. Here I wearing the different hats here. In the previous picture I show you, now I lost some of my list because of the interruptions of the internet or whatever. My computer was not working properly. So these are the 5, and the security with the black eyeglass I have shown you in previous picture or slides. When I start this, I will divide this presentation into 2 so that you can follow and like and subscribe, and you will get the notifications of about this prophecy and this video. So American unity, American intelligence, American multilateral organization strengthen the UN, the IMF, and other important FAO, UNESCO. These are the most important things that Americans have to keep them strong because they are safeguarding the world. It's the world institution, it's not the American institution. So the world leaders can come and work together to the safeguards of our globe, so that the UN now forbidden Abiy Ahmed not to come to in UN because he is conspiring even to destroy the UN organizations set up. He was conspiring besides to UN. That's why now he is not no more be invited to present his speech in UN. We have to find intelligence office how this man is real or is semi-artificial man, because he's killing his own people by the drone. Is the only country in Ethiopia. I'm surprised. I'm truly speaking, this guy have to be examined, his mental, then there will be a surprise will be found. That is my intuition tells me. Then you will believe me what I am talking about. He's not the right person, the normal person to lead the country or to represent on that place as a human being, because he is doing irrational things. Irrational things, because he's not coming to the power by fighting Golera. He was coming in the shoulder of the peoples of Ethiopian, Amara people, Oromo people, the Tigrayan, or also they accept him as nominee to be a prime minister. After all, he killed the Tigray people, he killed Amara people, he killed his own, the Oromo people now. The Oromo peoples are now in fighting than before. They were fighting to take power, the Oromo Liberation Front. they are want their own country, or the, but now the Oromo is in power, they said, but still Abiy Ahmed killing the Oromo people too. So this person have to be examined by US intelligence, have to get some information. This is my intuition tells me, but it will be real. You will find that it will be real. He is semi-artificial leader in the world who even creates the next third world war to happen in that area. So because he is fighting against all Eritrea, Kenya, Djibouti, Somalia, he invaded. Ethiopia never invaded other countries' sovereignty in history. Other countries try to invade Ethiopia, but Ethiopia never invade other countries. But this guy is invading, trying to invade Somalia and create mess around that places. So America have to focus on this guy to take measure, because his conspiracy, his dangerous, his actions will be affected American and other world communities, even the Africa, and maybe the third world war, maybe not reasons in the Middle East, but it will be in the Red Sea and the Blue Nile and around that area. So to save our world, I will tell you with this abortion escaped girl prophecy in the US election, the next presidents have to think forward sighted to take this responsibility in to take care our world, to stop war and to make ready the next heaven or the new world will to come. This world will be in soon. It is the time that we will see. It is the time of judgment is appearing. So let's American bless God, and American have to be in line with the God, the natural law principle. Never be out of the natural law. We are in the verge of end of this world. So we don't need America, people in America being destroyed because of the Sodom and Gomorrah practices. So Obama on the Democrat, they are allowing, they wanted to sign freedom of body, freedom of marriage, freedom of abortion. These all are against the gods. So is the time is now. This is the abortion escaped girl prophecy of US election. That is why my girl was not aborted and she got the chance to come this world, and she came to America where is another polarity places in it. America will help to create the black polar that will coexist without affecting each other like day and night. The nights looks like the dark. The night looks like Africa, and the whites look like the Western America. But both are equally important. The nights help us to recharge our body. The daytime to work. So both are powerful. Both are very important. The lights, you cannot live a light within a week. You cannot live in a dark within 3 days more. You know that? So everything will be died if there is a time now when this world will be for 3 days. For 3 days dark. That will be surprised. At that time, there will be a beacon of light in this world who can show that light at that time when it is come. That's how I'm telling you. This is the prophecy of the next world situation, and the new world and the end of the world will come. That is what I am doing these things. So please share and like, subscribe this channel. We don't care, but we will working. This is now the abortion escaped girl prophecy in US America. She is now grown, she's smart, and she is intelligent. She is a great student. I don't know what God puts in her mind. We'll see in the near future. So thank you for your view and for your time. This is her, the abortion escaped girl prophecy of US election. Don't abort. You never knows who is who God created. That might be American leaders, that could be engineers, that could be philosopher. Never knows. He never knows. That is my practice with respect to abortions. So we have to live with these three things. Be faithful. Faith is the essence of all things. I don't find phases in Obama's speak and Michelle Obama's speak. I don't see truth. I don't see truth. There is hope. Of course, they are very good in hope, reflecting hope. Obama reflects identity of hope, his books, and also I love that. He is good in hope. Is reflects the inner courage, his inner courage of speaking, convincing people for that purpose. If he's faithful and truth, that will be under. There is love. Love conquers all. We shouldn't be fight. We shouldn't be insult one another. Kamala Harris have to love Donald Trump. Donald Trump have to love Kamala Harris and win each other just by their idea, and let the people choose one of the two idea would be the best. Then the two will be win brotherly, sisterly, in love, not in hate. So don't insult one another. That is not deserve American democracy practice. That's what I want to say. So finally, America have to live with these principles of God. Don't deny this. This is the time. This is the 10 Commandments. Whoever you, Christian, Orthodox, or Muslim, we all have those principles in the fear of God. We need to have humility, fear of God. Those atheists, even they can believe in natural law, and then universal law will govern them. So this is all about what I wanted to say. So I have already shown you everything. This is Ethiopian baby, which she escaped from abortions and came to America. Now she's very smart student. Thanks to God. And Nasanat also one of who denied his educations, his survival in Ethiopia. I have discussed with foreign minister of Tommy Blair. I think Tommy Blair, maybe, yeah, if I not forget his name, when he's coming in Ethiopia. I was discussing with him when I was in Ethiopia. Those kids are survival, and they were in danger to live, to eat, because that government was forced me to resign from my job. And even I can't feed these students by driving taxi. They follow me. I can't park my taxi anywhere. So a lot of problem with there. So I escaped that with the help of God, with the protections of God, with the protections of Angel Gabriel. So I arrived here in America with all these 4 families, and they now grow and they educate. So this is, it's not an easy prophecy. Take into considerations. So America will be saved after we have President November 5. Follow this intuition, follow this message. It will be helpful. I hope it will be positive idea for Democrat, for Republican. This election is not belongs to elections of Democrat. It's not elections of Republican. It is an election. How can we save America from the current danger that is in front of her? So all Americans have to be united, and whoever elected, but let's save America together, and let's God bless America, and let's help our children be smart and intellect, those who can play their mind for the best of American technology. Because here in America now, what I see, students who accomplish high school, they don't want to go to the university. That is a bad situation created because in university it is federal students loan, and students do not have that amount of money, or they don't want to borrow that because they supposed to pay that amount when after their graduation. When I'm really learning in my country, the government universities were not we don't pay for the government university. We freely attend universities, even in that poor country, Ethiopia. Why not American? Those smart students with the specific above B grade or A grade students have the chance to attend any school was for free, and the government have to cover for this intellectual, smart, intelligent students, because very few chosen one that have know their capacity, their ability, and they answer why they are created and born. The one who can create this world, very few peoples, the chosen one, those are create some new technologies, some things different in this world. So let's allow America to pay for intellectual A-grade students to be freely attend any universities whom they want. At that time, all students were become excellent, and they strive to get that scholarship, free university education, so that even the others who are not achieve that level become smart. But now, the smartest students who have a grade A, I see in McDonald's, I see in other restaurants, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue your university for a higher level? I was asking last time when I was with my kids in a family days, and we having in a restaurant. He's an AA student, but he says, I work in this restaurant, then next I will collect money, and if I could, I would be a businessman. So being a businessman is not the only way that is collecting money. He have to find himself, his mind, what the God gave him in his mind. So let's explore themselves. Because of American student loan processes that forbid students not to go further education, so they will find basic jobs and they will die as any ordinary man. But God might give them best things to create, to do on this world. So the next president have to think carefully on these issues of universities have to be open by government costs, so that very high-ranked students, straight A students, have to join university without any payment. This is what Americans makes great. Thank you for listening, and I will finish with the baby. With the baby, I told you she's with the baby of abortion escape girl. Let me find her so that I will finish. Yeah, you already saw her. The magic. Yes. This is the family anyway. So the son that came to this country. That's all. Bye bye. God bless America. God bless Ethiopia, the future powerful country of central capital of Africa. Africa will be the country, the big country, the influential country that's working harmony with the White House. White House and the Black House will be working together, as I mentioned earlier. Thank you for your attendance, and I have already indicated that the 5 hats I have already here: the strong military force in the world, a strong intelligence or CIA, a strong commitment and mission, a risk taker, that the red hat with eagle, and the white hat with eagle, the America will save the world, the peace, environment, and have to play these contributions with multilateral organizations of like UN, IMF, and World Bank, and etc. And America have to increase her diversity in her, the one with different dollar signs and a different color. I show you the hat I wear. That will increase the American unity, because when we are diversified, our unity will be strength. When we are heterogeneous, homogeneous, separations will come. So make as far as possible the American people kept like the one we are now, to be heterogeneous. So diversity is the source of unity. That is what in all positions, in all economic sectors, so comprise all these possibilities. So the black with US dollar cape indicates that America have to work more on strengthening on her currency to be a global currency that will reduce inflations in the inside America. The other black hat with a black eyeglass is American intelligence have to be okay. These things may be stopped. Anyway, I'm gonna be stopped. The video shows stuck, but my sound will be heard. I hope so. So America have to improve her intelligence work than ever. That will keep American strong country and strong power source in the world, and Africa will be also the other pole of a powerful country. America have to contribute to that power. That power do not hurt American supremacy, do not, because like day and night I said. So this is the dynamism. This is the way America leaders, American people, and Africans also, for their faith and their strengths, they have to unite. And big country, big continent, big economy, huge resources, gold, everything there in Africa. Organic foods. So Africa will lead the other world, and America lead in the other way. These two will be the two power between like positive and negative, husband and man. When they are both together, they create like this for babies. So we need two different polar. We need to, the God works like this. The universe is working like this. It's not multipolar like bricks. Bricks will be broken into 4 or 5 species. The first one, we need the Brazil to come out of that relationships and have to build African unity, and Johannesburg would be the most capital economic town like New York in Africa. That will be. You know that we will discuss this later, but this is the notions that Africa, South Africa have to evacuate from BRICS and have to back to Africa and build and make Mandela on the new currency of Africa, so that it will be working. African and America work together and they exchange their currency, will be strong, it will be working. A lot of things will happen in the future. That's all about. Thank you. All right, so let me close with that's all about today. And I will come after the election, president. After the election, our prophecy will come true or not. We don't care, but my message and my prophecy will work. I believe definitely that prophecy of the abortion scapegoat prophecy is working. Definitely it will happen soon. So the world will be ready for these changes. The world have to remove these changes. This guy have to be removed from Ethiopia. This guy, first American. This is AI. This is a guy in Africa this is artificial, semi-artificial man, I can say. My intuition tells me semi-artificial man. He only communicate one way, like radio. If this guy is true, the gentleman hard talk man, the hard talk man. Let's he interview him. Let's he interview. He never give interview for Stephen. What we call I think he's Stephen, that he interview Ethiopian Prime Minister Meles Zenawi. He interviews a former Knesset leader, the died one, Engineer Hailu Shaul. But if Stephen interview this Abiy Ahmed, he may not respond properly. He may not respond properly what he is asking, because I see him always, he speak one way in the parliament, training one way in the parliament, like a programmed man, like a programmed instrument, like AI. He don't respond two-way communication. So that's why my intuition tells me this is the semi-IE leader in the world. When was he sick and treated in Arab, because they don't want to lose him. They have some objectives around that area, the power. I told you that Ethiopia is the one, the God chosen one. Ethiopia has a blessed in the Bible. Ethiopian has a blessed. That a blessed is coming. That is one of the powerful centers. Is Ethiopia, the other with America. They work together in polarization. I told you. So this artificial intelligence leader, semi-artificial intelligent leader, because his mind is not working properly. That's why I say AI, because the technology is reached that levels. That level, he was the one. You would be surprised. So I invite Stephen, the hard talk producers, if he could ask him, this guy, to interview why he is killing his own people by the drone, civilian with no political agenda, with no organized group. They are fighting in the forest without organization. Why is Fano is not organized? Because he is a people. Don't say that Fano organized structure. Fano is a people. People are striving for survival. They don't need organization. They don't need leaders. Everybody wants to be survived. That's why they are fighting in each warada, in each kabal. All over Amhara regions, more than 266 warada is a war in Ethiopia. How could be? How could be? Where is America? Where is the world? Where is the European? Focus in Ethiopia, what is going on in Ethiopia is some things, i.e. artificial intelligence plus human being, we are at this technology level we are. So please evaluate these things. This is my intuition. I have the right to say these things. It is my intuition tells me. Thank you. Thank you. So my struggle will be continued. I will pass. The struggle will continue. My advocacy and lobby in Ethiopian case will continue. I like America, God bless America, because I'm abide with the God principles and laws. So I can say that God bless America. Thank you.
La luta continua! La luta continua!
ትግሉ ይቀጥላል።
you might heard my sound because of the slide. Now I came. You might hear me now. I present this picture. I present this picture that the chosen peoples to bring change in Ethiopia and to harmonize Ethiopian. The one I have said, Ethiopia to be one of the polar. The other polar of Africa. So these peoples are very intellectual. Some of them in America, citizens. They are intellectuals and they are proven skills and education background. Most of them are professors and doctors. Some are talented people whom they get their talents and they use their brain like Donald Trump, like a businessman and sportsman. So these people are enlightened. Though these are the peoples, now ignore all the politicians. American, I advise the CIA and the State Department. You cannot deal with the politicians. They don't have any recognitions with Ethiopian people. They are trying to secure their own ego instead of making Ethiopian stable or being democratized. So just we recommended these people, look their CVs. They are the best and the chosen one. So that American State Department and others have to work with these peoples to stabilize Ethiopian politics. The Ethiopian people will be happy when these peoples are coming into power. Let me repeat you once more, show you these peoples one more, their pictures, and they are finding, they are found in all over the world and as well as in Ethiopia, as well as in America. Okay, so these are the chosen one people I recommend for Ethiopian problem, and they is really fast. They establish link to work with Americans so that this bipolar coexistence power to come to the new world order, that will be important so that America have to consider these peoples and they, you can talk to me. I will already written the documents and the procedures how these peoples can take power through Ethiopia, and they will establish institutions that we deserve here in America. So this is my contribution. Thank you for stay. I will release this video into the first part one already stuck and interrupted. I will release that as one part, and the second part will be this, or I will release this one is the best one and the most of it's. I will release both of them and subscribe and follow each of them. Thank you for your listening. Bye bye. God bless.